up, everybody? Schulz here. Akaash Singh, AlexxMedia, Mark Gagnon. Listen, we got to address something that happened this week. You know, we had to talk about something that happened to Akaash, this week.
I was bullied.
You were bullied, bro.
I was bullied, yo.
You were bullied. You were disrespected.
I was,
yo.
I was blasphemed.
You were blasphemed. You were treated in a crazy way.
Son.
And I just got to say that I'm not going to stand for Netflix giving your girl a show before you. I'm not going to stand for I'm not going to stand for How you going to keep that a secret from us, bro?
Yeah, because she didn't want to talk about it.
What do you mean she don't want to talk about it? She's on Netflix.
Well, they didn't think,
up to.
if we're being real, they didn't think the show was going to go. Her sister did it. They asked her to do it. And then as soon as she did it, she was like, because it talks about like divorce and shit. And she's worried my in-laws are going to think less, or my family's going to think less of her family because her sister got divorced.
Bruh, they think less because they're Punjab.
Yeah, that's true. But
you know what I mean? That's a cultural thing.
Yeah,
you know?
I haven't talked about it because she hadn't talked about it.
You think less because they're Punjab.
You ain't woke, son.
Yeah. You ain't woke, son. Yo!
You ain't woke, son.
I ain't woke.
You ain't woke, son.
I ain't woke.
Yo,
what are we talking about?
So just to clarify what's going on, there's a lot of different things going on over here. Yeah. That being said, Akaash came through with some fire kicks today. He got them cement fours. He cannot be made fun of. I got the All Live Matter ones in the green.
You switched your outfit up too.
I did.
Oh, you came in last time with the Barks and the fucking unbuttoned shirt.
I killed that shit.
Now you came together. You matched it all.
I've worn this one. I've worn this one before.
Matched the whole thing head to toe, bro.
Don't start this. Don't start. Don't come with that.
I'm just saying, don't act like I'm the only one that was affected. Don't act like I'm the only one that switched this shit up.
Oh, I didn't give a fuck. I didn't give a fuck about my outfit.
Well, you came in today looking clean, buddy.
Guys, I always look clean. And I always continue to look ridiculous. Anyway, back to this. Okay, so multiple things are going on here. Patreon was good. Number one, it gets forwarded to me a clip of this very provocative new dating show on Netflix. And like people are going crazy about this.
Yeah.
I saw Sagar, from The Rising. My guy who has that show on the Hill. It's And he was talking about it. He's super conflicted. And like motherfuckers this is like really crazy. Why is this so crazy? Why is there so much drama?
Woke people are fucking losers, dog. That's why I'm not with this like woke shit.
Yeah.
It is a show about essentially modern arranged marriages to a degree. But they're upset because there's like mentions of like colorism, I guess. I didn't watch any episodes except the one my girl was on.
Let's keep it 100.
Bro, this is what it is. Like, at least we marrying our own people. You know what I mean? What's the big fucking deal?
We're gonna take shots in a second. I'm not taking shots.
That wasn't passive aggressive. That
Mark,
what did I do?
That wasn't passive aggressive. That was just top of mind, quite frankly. It's just like, I don't know, man.
Now I see this clip, and all of a sudden,
my girl
I see your girl pop up in the clip. How you gonna not tell me your girl got a Netflix series?
Well, she didn't want to talk about it, and I knew if I didn't want it to be public, there's one person I don't tell about it. And case in point is actually right now.
Son, the show is on the air. It's already public. I mean, she wanted to be public.
They didn't think it was going to go. She thought it was like, she filmed that like a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
That's part of the reason I'm not in it. Because we weren't like engaged or whatever at this point. And so they didn't ask me to be on it. They asked her sister and her husband to come on, whatever. And then they just heard nothing about it. So she assumed it's dead in the water. And then 2 weeks ago, she's like, yo, my sister just told me this, they're going to do this Netflix show. And then she's all in her head like, what the fuck? Are your in-laws going to say anything? I was like, no.
Wait a minute, hold on. Your girl is the one that was getting arranged?
My girl's sister was getting arranged.
Oh, thank God.
And then they brought my girl on to talk about
to be like, this
whatever.
is what is good in a guy.
They filmed for a whole day and then cut it down.
Right.
And then she was like, should I do it? And I was like, might as well. Like, what's the harm? I didn't think it would go this crazy. She's getting messages. I'm getting messages. Is your girl on this? She was 2 weeks ago like, what the fuck? Do I ask them to cut me out? And I was like, in the show, she doesn't get matched up with a matchmaker. She, in real life.
She is not your girl. It's your girl's sister.
My sister-in-law.
Yeah.
My sister-in-law doesn't end up meeting any of the guys from the matchmaking service. She finds a guy on her own. They're engaged now. Sick dude, perfect, whatever. her dad likes him more than me already. He's fine, whatever, no big deal. But
She kept it true.
yeah, she kept it
She
true.
kept it true, bro.
She kept it true. I kept it as true as I wanted. You know what I mean? he kept it as true as my father-in-law wanted.
That's
But I was like, it's not going to be in the show. Your girl didn't even, or your sister didn't even meet anybody and date anybody. Like, what can they realistically talk about? You'll get cut out. But she's in it.
Your girl's a star, bro.
Yo, she got a Netflix. She got a Netflix original for me,
Netflix original, bro.
Before me, I couldn't believe
They
it.
didn't even keep your girl's sister in the frame. It was really mostly your girl.
I mean,
and then
yo.
they were shot. Go to the wide. This is how they filmed. Go to like your guys' wide. That's where they put your girl's sister, and then your girl was where we were, bro.
Looking dead at camera.
Bruh, I think y'all need to pitch them a wedding series or something.
Ooh.
I would love to. Let me tell you something, Netflix. If you ever want to talk to me, I got some ideas.
Now, would you put your girl in a show?
If she wanted to, I wouldn't do it without I wouldn't do it. But if she was like, hey, if I'm doing shit about her on stage all the time and she wants to talk or whatever, yeah, go ahead. I talk about you on stage all the time. So much of my act is just making fun of her.
Right. Now, would you be worried at all that you put her on a show, like you could build up her ego?
What, I'm going to get DeStefano'd?
Hold on. What do you mean? What do you mean?
What, I'm gonna get with a girl, put her on a show, she gets really famous. You know what I mean?
Fucks Pete Davidson.
Don't think I forgot about that halal card comment, Chris. That's my Carly, motherfucker.
And you ain't going nowhere.
And he ain't cheating on me.
Actually, I don't know if you cheated.
I don't either, but it fit. Unlike Pete's giant dick.
I was thinking of saying, so you should have seen Alex's face just now. Alex has a keyboard next to him where he changes the cameras, right? And he has to press the buttons to change the camera. And she said, unlike Pete's giant dick, and he went to touch the button and he went, ooh.
That's just all dangerous territory right here, man.
I ain't take the heat off the Netflix series. I gotta go on the offensive, over the top.
You have to go over the top. Okay.
Oh
Listen, I knew it was going to start out spicy, bro. Do you know what I mean?
Oh my god.
All right, so look. Any other relationships you'd like to ruin? While we're at it?
No. I
Donald Glover?
I think
that's what we
mine.
were going to do. That's what we're going to. So, Akaash before the podcast. This is an Akaash heavy day. Akaash before the podcast goes, you can't be woke and not date a girl that's your same
Whatever
shit.
you're woke about.
Ah, now I'm understanding you. So Al was like, I'm woke, but Al dates white girls.
Yeah,
and you were like, you're not woke.
You're not. You're not at all. Like, I'm laughing at the idea that you're woke.
Like, put it this way,
Like, that's
Al.
a natural laugh. It's a laughable idea.
Let me describe one thing, Al. Okay, ready?
We're spinning in.
It-
We're spinning. Al, you feel the vortex?
It's about to go now.
It's fun on this side.
Al, you're in the vortex.
Son, now you the boat right here before it enters the little spinning water. You rowing to get out. Okay, let's say like that. Now I'm not saying you're woke or not woke, but let's say there was like a versus of woke.
Yeah.
Right. You versus Akaash, and you just had to put the people you dated as proof of your wokeness. How do you do versus Akaash?
Yeah, where is the hood at?
Oh, that's
The hood is on her father's dresser, probably.
that was hard. So I don't define wokeness by who you date.
Here we go.
Oh,
with his fucking,
interesting.
You see Al code switching to like his black studies professor voice. That shit was amazing.
Excuse me. But I just don't. It's like you can have ideas about a particular group of people, and doesn't mean you have to date only within that group of people. Like I don't think those two things are correlated.
So the people that you choose to make the most important in your life.
Akaash,
Your significant other, your wife, is not going to be the thing that you're most passionate about, which is your own people.
Yeah, but it's about your. It's
So
about
the
your-
person you're most
Mark.
passionate about isn't the same as the people you're most passionate about.
Oh,
Wait.
shit.
So what do you mean most passionate
Can I
about? Like you can
baptize
just.
Can I, Father, Son, Holy Ghost, okay?
So you
Listen.
could be woke about an issue. Like, are we talking about the ultra woke, like the short hair, purple,
I'm
crazy
talking about
girl?
you.
Oh,
Yeah, so
shit.
just me. I just believe in equality. That's me being woke. Like, that's it. That's my wokeness.
Wait a minute, Akaash, is that not woke enough for you? Because Alex did have a good point about you.
Which is
He said, "Oh yeah, if you so woke, right?
Yeah, keep
Remember he
going.
said that? He said, if you so woke, you fucking brown nose Shylock."
That's what you hearing. Listen. That's what you hearing. Listen.
okay. I'll take that as a compliment. Netflix, did you hear that? Give me a call.
So he said, "You're Hindu and you're dating a pocket job."
But I don't talk shit about I'm not like super woke about Hinduism. I'm super woke about desiness.
I gave him I threw him. I was a softball. I knew you were gonna go with that one. I knew you were gonna go with that one. It's back on you, Al.
And I'm woke about equality.
No, but you don't talk
I'm
about
not woke
equality.
about black people. Da 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 da. I'm just woke about equality.
Are you woke about equality, Al? Because
Yes, I
black
am.
people aren't the only people suffering.
Yeah, and you're putting your Addison juice on that one, but
That's gotta be
Come
the
on.
funniest gift.
Black-
I've
blickety
ever
black
seen. I'm not woke about black people.
Oh my God.
I got a good point though. I got a good point.
Are you woke about equality? Because there's human suffering, there's genocides all over the world.
Yeah.
I don't hear a peep about that from you.
son,
I don't hear peep.
Do you hear
Myanmar peep.
My dogs
China
go.
peep.
your dogs out?
And then we go shut them down, open up Yemen.
Oh, where's your Yemen shirt at, Al?
So that's the thing.
That's suffering.
Oh, wait a minute.
all
Wait,
know.
I got something. I feel like you got something. Nah, he comfy right now. I'm about to hit him with something. Let's go, Al.
We all know to get through the day, you can't worry and like hold down yourself with every single
No, you
problem
can't do
going on
everything.
in the world.
That's a good ass point.
No,
Nah,
you-
Akaash, take
May
that
I-
in.
may I reply?
You can in 1 second, but careful with that hand. Okay?
May I reply?
Whoa.
Son, this shit is fun. I feel like if people need to embrace how. That's all
Whoa.
it
You sneaked through the little one. You said a little one that you tried to sneak
Yeah,
out.
you're
Can we be
DJing
real?
on that shit.
Can we be real? All the dab is just not looking at the shit. Man. He just, I don't want to see myself doing it, but it's fun to do.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. So, Al had a good ass point. You got to take that in. Did you take it in?
I took it in.
All right.
Now-
Now go.
You don't have to worry about all inequality on Earth, but I have only heard you speak about one group suffering from inequality.
Can I
At some
pause?
point, another one could squeeze in there, right?
Whoa, Al.
There's
So-
genocides
whoa.
all the time. I don't hear a fucking peep from you about third world countries, sweatshops, NBA's relationship with China and how foul it is.
Son, America first.
Yo, son. You forgot who you talking
America
to.
first.
That's
what are you
Alex
talking
Maga,
about?
not Alex Media,
That's what I'm
bro.
saying,
We're not
son.
playing games out here.
We gotta fix home before we can fix the rest of the world.
That's what I'm
bro.
saying.
Hey, you want to fix home? Get a black woman in there.
Oh,
But
shit.
once again, now you're
Why
just
black
bringing
women
some.
always got to be
Yeah.
fixing things? That's not their role in
yeah.
society.
What are you saying? Black
Who
women don't
better to
have it
fix-
together
Who better to
themselves.
fix problems than a beautiful black woman, Al?
Wait, what?
Who better to fix problems? It's problems at home.
It's
That's
problems
the
at
problems
home.
you're worried about. There's
Yes.
the problems at home. Black women at home.
And you know who
They're
are the
much
biggest-
better at solving problems than white women
You know
who
the
cause
biggest
all the
problems
problems.
are
What's the biggest problems?
white devils. You know who I fuck? White devils.
No, their biggest problem is you fucking white devils.
Yeah, I'm trying to change from the inside,
Oh, shit.
literally and figuratively.
Nah. That is true.
Trojan horse over here.
He is.
Yeah.
Yo, listen, you can't do that to yourself.
Yeah, I could.
You can't do your own comments. You can't.
I was like, oh shit, my computer.
That is a good ass point,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's a good ass point that Al just made. He's fixing the problems from the inside out. He's changing one white person at a time.
By making them hate black people more. Have you heard how he treats women?
No, this guy. Wait, how do you?
Hey, you've seen on the road. I give them quality FaceTime with
Quality
a lot
time.
of and yes.
Motherfucker is you know what I mean? He might
Yeah,
even
yeah.
he might even introduce you. What,
You know what that sounds like?
what is that?
Wade in the water.
There we go. Yeah, that's how you slowly get them on board.
Oh shit!
Come on, son. I'm here, baby.
Interesting idea.
I'm here, baby.
Interesting idea. Now, also, you said earlier that your entire inspiration for how you treat women is DMX.
No,
so
no, I said
I think
used
that lets
to.
me know how
I
you
said used to.
and then how you treat them now.
That was off the record.
How do you treat them now?
That was off the record.
Yo. So here's the thing. I think we've gotten to the bottom of it. I think that at the end of the day, it's hard to be 100% woke.
It is the biggest thing you can do, though. The person you marry is the biggest decision you make in your life.
Whoa. Why?
You finna find out.
I plan on getting married several times throughout my life.
I mean, the first person you married?
Yeah. Why is that the most important one? The first
For
one.
those years you're married, that's the most important decision you made in those years.
Yeah, but then you make another one.
Yeah.
So
Look
it's
at the
like
president of the United States. You run through a few of them.
exactly. You didn't have a problem
And
with that.
you ain't elected nary a black person in your house yet.
You didn't. Is nary a racist
shit-
word? That shit sounded real smooth the way you said that.
That shit was
Darker
nice.
than nary, what?
That was verbal fire.
The sweeter the Jews.
I'm just saying, bring a couple naries home, Al.
Damn, bro. Okay, so now it seems like it's getting a little personal.
That's how it started. I said you can't be woke if you don't date somebody of your own thing. And then Al was like, wait a minute.
What if you want gay equality, but you never touched a pee-pee?
Yo, where you at? Put your mouth in your beard, in your butthole,
I'm
in your
not-
fucking hand feet, where your mouth is.
I'm not there. Hey,
Yo, real talk. I
when have
want to
you-
see you
let
do
me
this.
ask you a question.
Can I
when
say
have you
one
ever heard
thing?
me ask for gay equality?
No.
If
I
we
mean-
giving it a buck out this bitch,
Okay, I want to see you fight for gay equality, bro.
I'm good.
No, I want to see you. You don't want to commit to the gay.
Hey, y'all get rights. I'm not woke about it. Y'all should have rights. I'm not marching at the...
But would you feel bad if they didn't have rights? Are you willing to put your butt on the line? Or were you willing to get your butt stuffed and then crawl around the studio rubbing the butt against the carpet because it's so itchy from getting a fuck like Cookie?
Hey, listen. I'll get fucked
That's
with
how
it without a
Cookie's
cause.
butt got itchy?
I don't know. I can't speak on that at all. I don't know what the other dogs do in the middle of the night.
I'll get fucked with it without a cause. That don't matter. Point is, I'm not super woke about gay rights, fucking trans rights, whatever it is. I'm woke about being dissy. So it was important for me to even just optically be with a girl that looked like me.
Oh, so you're just together for the optics? Is that what you're saying, son?
shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
That-
Hold on. Wait a minute. Let's address this, Akaash. Are you just in your relationship and have you devoted all this time to your wedding and then another wedding because Corona canceled your first wedding and you go through all these things with your girl and you got her a diamond and all that for the optics?
And a Netflix credit. So we should think about that. You know what I mean? That's not a small deal.
Oh my goodness.
Whoa.
Did I miss it? Did I miss it? It didn't get on my pants?
Oh my-
I'm a legend. That's all I was caring about. Okay, so I think we've gotten to the bottom of this, guys. I hope Patreon, I hope that you guys are listening. I hope you feel like we've gotten some closure on this. The reality of the matter is, Akaash, you could be woker.
How so?
You could be woker.
I feel like he could be woker.
Nah, you could be woke.
I'm
I
Al
honestly-
Woker out this bitch.
honestly-
Hey, what you need a weather report? Al Woker here.
Who's son? Akaash on fire today, bro.
I was stupid for 2 days.
He came
Couldn't believe
through.
I was gaslit in my own podcast.
Stop saying gaslit, bro.
I didn't know it was real until y'all did that shit to me.
You weren't gaslit. You were in a spin cycle. It's
I was
different,
spun.
bro.
Yeah, you were in the spin cycle, bro.
In a
Bruh.
fucking spin cycle.
No spending a day, yo.
Motherfucker got a haircut and everything. He's
he was
son.
This is proof bullying works, I think,
Yo,
right? Like,
bullying. Well, look how fucking funny he came in today. Damn near called Alex a sellout 15 times. He's taking shots at everybody.
Somebody
Went
else-
right in my outfit.
I
Immediately
know.
upon sitting down.
It don't work enough because Mark still hasn't showered.
Mark got too much confidence.
Teflon, bro.
I got enough insecurity
Teflon.
for it to work. Mark don't. That's
Yo,
the problem.
that is true. We have to find. You know why it doesn't work with Mark with the showering? Is
he's a
because his
robot?
girl. He's faithful. And his girl puts up with the no showering. He's not trying to get laid. That's the only reason you shower anyway.
fact.
It's not like he's going to lose respect in men's eyes because he doesn't shower. We don't care if he's clean or not.
You lose some respect.
Son,
I mean, it's past like if you
think,
skip,
though?
if you
No,
skip
you
some
know what I'ma
days here
do?
and there, all right, whatever.
I'm gonna
But
tell
the
his
length of
girl to
time-
wear yellow in the next post if she needs help.
Yo, that's fire. Yo, wear yellow in your next post if you can smell Mark from the kitchen. You gotta just start commenting on Mark's girl's shit.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's fire.
Talk, son.
Fire. Okay, look, talk about fire. Listen, because I don't want there to be too much infighting here. You know what I'm saying? I know that shit was getting a little bit rocky. You know what I'm saying? So we got to get this shit. We got to write the shit.
Bro, he started this whole thing.
I know.
What did I start?
He loves it.
What did I start, guys?
He loves it.
I don't know what I started. I'm over here trying to bring everyone together. Okay? I got you. You need to show some love to black women.
I do.
I do.
Yeah.
All right, so I have the timestamp from 4:30.
What'd I say?
Andrew says that Akaash's girl got a Netflix show before him.
That's a
That's a
not
fact.
even a fact.
Fact.
Akaash had a show on Netflix first.
I did, but
Take that, Miss Singh.
it wasn't a Netflix original though. Netflix, where the fuck you at?
Oh shit, that's right. It was licensed.
Yeah, we got to do a show on our own and sell it to y'all. Where you at, Netflix?
I'm just saying.
They not
I
woke
saw
enough.
the clip. I saw the clip, and I saw she was using some of your mannerisms. I was like, yo, she's trying to steal Akaash's shit. Like she was using some of your stage movement and that kind of stuff. There was a couple jokes she even said. You saw the joke when she was talking about how lesbians don't make enough. You didn't see that one?
must
She was
have been
talking
you.
about the income equality.
She was
And I was
wearing-
like, is she doing Akaash's bits?
She was wearing your Timbs too.
She was wearing.
They look so fire on her, bro.
That's how I know she's faithful. She wearing those Timbs. Ain't nobody trying to fuck. That's how I know
No,
she a
no
good one.
bullshit. They look small on her.
Oh man.
All right, man. For real though. Listen, can we all get along, yo? Y'all want too much chaos, man. I don't understand what's wrong with y'all. Y'all want too much chaos. I just want to. Why can't we have a nice, fun verses? You know, like DMX and Snoop's.
That's the greatest.
Did y'all see the whole thing?
I watched most of it.
I watched it on Alex's story.
Son, I was having an amazing night last night, son.
Alan,
Really?
I'm surprised I don't get kicked out. I had all my speakers at the top volume. I'm jumping up and down, mouthing every single word to every single song. Like I was enjoying myself. Like Mark called me one time and I almost cursed him out because
We were there. We heard it. I thought you were at a party getting us all Corona. And then I looked at your story and I was like, oh, he's watching the verses on his TV.
I was having a good time. Like,
nah, it was still. Al and I are both DMX fans from before.
yeah.
So when I
Yo,
started
don't try
watching,
to be friends again. No, don't try to
So
be
why you
friends
trying to
again.
keep us apart?
Yo,
son?
this
Why you
man's
trying
so
to keep
division.
two brown
You're gonna
brothers
let-
apart?
Yeah,
Let
yo.
the white man tear you
Yeah.
down.
I know,
You see
I'm
that?
not white. Okay, go. For real.
I think you might be even a bigger fan than I was. But it was, I started a little late and it was just sad to see DMX all fat and just looking just poor and fat. And I was like, yo, this is rough. But then like 2 songs in, I'm like, this is the best. And he's still
Yeah.
DMX. He's still the same motherfucker,
Still
just
the
fat.
he just
same
started to kill it.
motherfucker.
Yo, he just the same guy.
That's one concert I wish I went to. Is a DMX concert.
DMX has been living in a bubble, son. Like, I don't think he's aware of anything that's been going on in the world outside of his life.
Like Corona, do you think he knows what it is?
I don't even know because
No.
at one point, he was like, yo, who's that guy over there? He's just been on the phone the whole time and his face is covered. Like he was worried about some white dude with his face covered that was on the phone this whole time.
Because he was
'cause he
wearing
had
a
that
fucking bruh.
And then there was another time Snoop was like, oh yeah, that Ciroc is strong. DMX was like, yeah, what's that? He was like, yo, that's Diddy's shit. He was like, oh shit, Diddy? Oh shit, Diddy's doing it. Like, he was not aware that Diddy has Ciroc.
Yeah, this is a guy who's been addicted to crack for the last 20 years.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
we ain't
And
gonna.
that's true, he has. He's been a crackhead for 20
I don't know if it was
years.
crack. It might have been heroin.
Nah,
No, I heard it was crack.
crack?
Yeah,
Oh,
everybody admitted it was crack. Like, he broke into the Eddie Bauer Ford Explorer. Remember that?
Yeah. Driving around long-term parking of the garden.
Yeah, long-term parking, driving around the Eddie Bauer interior, that Eddie B. You know what I'm saying? The leather interior.
That was the thing, though.
Say what? And that's how you knew that he was old as fuck, because he bragged about he said, yeah, I got the Eddie B. I sold a Ford Explorer, but it was the Eddie Bauer edition, so it was all right.
So that's not a bad DMX, to be honest with you. And man, that shit was so fun. You know what impressed me was Snoop.
Son.
Snoop, damn near 60, dancing, had more energy for DMX's songs than his
They're
own.
1 year apart in age.
Word?
That's crazy, ain't it?
Snoop together, yo.
He really is.
Yeah.
Still remembers smokes weed all day, every day, remembers all his songs,
All
new
the
DMX's songs. Then at the end starts freestyling, and the shit was so fire.
Son.
And it was the saddest thing. He tried to pass it to DMX.
And he couldn't do
DMX is clearly reaching for shit that he already wrote that wasn't on an album. He stumbles. He said faggot in the freestyle, which was great that you still use the word. It's not even just an old word from old songs. It's like, nah, it's 2020. I'm in my bubble. Faggot okay in the bubble.
Yeah. Son. Oh, it was so good. It was so refreshing. I missed that toxic. Like
toxic
that
rap?
90s toxic
Problematic rap?
Oh, it was so good.
Mark, did you see it?
I just saw the clips.
You saw the clips,
But
right?
I'm wondering, like, the fact that Snoop Dogg was so put together, is that proof that in order to have longevity as a rapper, you can't live your raps?
Okay, two discussions I want to have about this.
Yeah.
That's number one. Yes, you have to kind of front. Like, everybody who has had longevity and turned their thing into a career, stop doing the thing that got them the notoriety.
Jay-Z.
Jay-Z. Let's think of others.
But most of the ones with longevity have also changed their lyrics. They don't rap about doing that shit that they used to do. Like, Snoop went from gangster to PIMP. Like,
I'm a party
nice.
guy.
Yeah, like,
Yo, Snoop did do a hard rebrand. Remember when he had
Snoop line?
We forget Snoop was
that?
on No Limit for a couple albums.
oh shit.
Snoop fell and then came back up.
yeah.
And then he got with Don Magic Juan. Remember that when he was going around with that pimp
Pimp
dude
shit.
with all the green
that was
shit.
during the rebrand, and then he was like, "Oh, you know, I'm just cool, chilling Snoop. Now I'm the cool
I'm
guy
Uncle
who's always
Snoop.
high."
Now he's Uncle
Yeah.
Snoop.
Yo, so glasses, that is an interesting, okay, so that is an interesting argument. The idea, like, you don't want to live your raps, but also you want to transition your raps into something you could sustain, right?
Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, so it's like you could get on with the fly shit, but eventually you just got to be Mr. Fun Guy.
Right.
Because you cannot sustain the gangster life. And the motherfuckers who try to sustain it end up getting shot or end up being called frauds.
Or smoking crack, having 6 babies.
He shot out his baby mama. Somebody
yeah.
told
Yo,
me.
that shit was, yo, he said the funniest shit.
What'd he say?
God, I don't remember what it was. It was something about how he doesn't cheat anymore. He's like, nah, I just got one girl. Just one girl. She a pain in my ass, though. Yeah. Bitch, she get my fucking nerves, this bitch. I love you, though.
It was right after Snoop played "Bitches They Ain't Shit But Hoes and Trick,"
yeah.
and he's like,
Except one.
he's like, every time I get into a fight with my fiance, that's a song I just play on repeat. so he was so authentically real. It was so refreshing.
Yeah.
Yo. You don't see people like that right now.
That's the thing. It's like, can you sustain that? Does it work?
I think he always had issues. So regardless if he changed his content, he probably still would have been dealing with like
It's
inner
train
demons and
wreck
shit.
shit.
Like that.
That's the Kanye shit. It's like we're drawn to the train wreck.
I am drawn to DMX's like, yeah, whatever that part of him that's like fucking angry and fucked up and went through all this shit. I think I also like living through rappers.
Yeah.
And the shit I lived through is the thug thing because I'm the furthest thing from that.
Yeah.
Dude, I believe that. I think rappers are the modern cowboys. Like, in the way little kids would,
Yo,
like, go
shut
home.
the fuck
and
up with that good ass point you just made. Yo, I'll fuck your ass with that good ass point you just made, yo. Fucking Mark. Stupid fucking brilliant fuck.
Okay, keep
Oh,
going,
yeah, it's
Mark.
just true though. Like back in the day, little kids would sit in front of TV and watch cowboys like fucking
Yep.
kill people, and they'd be like, "Yo, that's so sick!" Like John Wayne's shooting people, and then they would dress up as cowboys and do cowboy shit. And now kids like in middle school are watching like rappers and like I remember when that kid TK was like on the run and he was like releasing music on the run and like killing people, like all that shit. And everyone was like, "Oh, I get to live his life through him."
That's Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah, and that's why I could never get with Drake, because I was like, I can't live. I don't want to live through this. I am this just sensitive ass light skinned dude. Always love somebody. That's me. I don't fuck about this.
There's a there's an interview with this rock musician, like he's a singer to bands. What the fuck is the one? They sing the song. I'm the one that called you Mr. Feel Good. They did the Dirt was a book that was about
Motley
Crue,
yeah,
right? And he was talking about alternative rock,
yeah,
and he was like, "Why do you guys like? What is this music about? How depressed we are, how sad we are?" And he goes, "Yeah, that's life. We made music so you forget about how fucking awful life is. Why would you just want to be reminded about how awful life is? Now, don't get me wrong. Sometimes you just want to feel your feels." But on some level, I do like it. Like when you say you live vicariously through the rappers, I get it. That's why I like the rock and roll.
Yeah.
You know, let's go. Let's fucking rock out. Let's detach from life for a minute.
Yeah.
We don't need to be too plugged into what life is. And maybe even with like comedy, we do that as well. Like we're like, I'm going to go and argue the craziest point.
Yeah.
Because I know what's real. I know what's good. Like these comics that argue what is like woke or what is good. Yeah, we know that. CNN tells us all day.
Yeah.
Huffington Post tells us all day.
One thing though that there's a like the other side of the coin where it could be so influential, you're like living that life.
Yo, so that's another thing that's really
that was
important.
me.
And that you were okay. Go on that.
Like
go on that.
there was a time, I would say maybe around between 13 to 17 or something, around those ages, like where I was truly living the shit that DMX, Jay-Z, probably those two people were like rapping about.
Yeah.
And it was just, I was like, oh, this is the way you're supposed to be. Like I probably wasn't the best to women in terms of like the way I spoke to them or whatever, just in rap shit. I just thought, oh, you're just supposed to get money, be on the street and fuck hoes. I just thought that was the cool thing to do. So sometimes it's like, it's bad because it's like you're not living vicariously through them. You're actually just like trying to live that life.
You're not letting them do the living. You're doing the living.
Yeah.
I think so. I think that happens. I think it probably happened with rock music. And real talk, I think that's why you see all this like censorship with music. And people go, oh my God, this is so unrealistic. Why are you censoring the music? It's like, on some level, now I'm not for censorship at all, but on some level, I do understand the parents who go, my kid started listening to music and then he got a face tattoo. There must be some sort of correlation going on there. And they get a little bit nervous that their kid could start living this life that would put them in jeopardy. I empathize with it and I get it. I don't support the censorship. It's like, yo, be a parent that's involved in your kid's life and then they won't do that shit.
Yeah.
But I understand where the sentiment comes from.
We have to help kids understand these are actors. They are all actors. They're not doing this shit anymore. They are cowboys. John Wayne wasn't doing cowboy shit. He was just some regular dude who hated black people. That's it. That's a very standard white guy back then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is just an actor. The rappers are actors. They're not murdering anybody. They're not, if they get a face tattoo, it's as a part of their business. It's a part of a job. That's all it is.
Nah, X was about that life.
X is about that life. And you point to X and you say, this is how X turned out.
Yeah. True.
Do you want to be like that? With where you made millions of dollars and now you're struggling financially, where you're fucking just wearing outfits from 30 years ago?
Yeah,
like,
but this is 20 years later.
Yeah, but you
in the moment is like,
now we got that example. At the
man.
time, I empathize with you because we didn't understand that they were all actors.
Yeah.
Today, we understand these are all actors. Mm-hmm. Some of these guys are doing that shit and they will always get caught up.
Yeah, but
Nobody gets out.
That's the thing that we often do, and maybe that goes into the Kanye shit a little bit, which is like when these people who are like painfully authentic say the things that we love, we exalt them, right? We go, yo, he's the realist.
Yeah.
And then when they say the things that we hate, we go, they're suffering from mental illness. This is a problem.
Right.
Right? And I wonder if we need to stop differentiating and we need to start going, no, sometimes a clock, what does it say? A broken clock is right twice a day. It's like, yeah, that's what happens when Ye is right.
Yeah.
That's what happens when Ye says some shit like George Bush doesn't care about black people. But in order for him to say that one right thing, he got to say a million wrong things because you're looking at a mentally ill person.
Yeah.
Like when you see mentally ill people, sometimes they say correct shit, within the fuck shit.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, like, even my brother, he might be, these voices are talking to me. This is happening. That is happening. This. And then he'll be like, and life is a paradox. You have to accept the good with the bad. And I'm like, well, that's actually right. Even though everything else you said was absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
You said something right there. I can't now go, you're the man. Because I know that right thing he said is coming from the exact same crazy place or mentally ill place.
That's why if I'm going to put any entertainer on a pedestal as somebody that is influential and I should listen to, it's going to be because of what they've built, not what they say. Jay-Z, I admire and I'll listen to him and take notes from Jay-Z because of what he built. Dr. Dre, to a degree, he said some shit about how all I focus on is music, everything else is nonsense, and that led to $1 billion, and there's a lesson there. But I'm not going to listen to Kanye. Kanye, yeah, sure, you got $1 billion, but you're also, like, your whole life is falling apart all the time every time I see you. You know what I mean? I'll listen to you when I see what you've built, then I'll say, okay, maybe this is a guy I should listen to.
Man, we were talking to, because we were thinking about doing the piece this week on Kanye.
That's what I was thinking you should do.
We were gonna.
Right.
And we were gonna do it based on Kanye using a mental illness or faking a mental illness, this, that, the other. And then we started to, like, have conversations with some people. I gotta keep them nameless. And they basically all came out and they said, this guy is severely mentally ill. Severely bipolar. Like, the argument we were making is, why do these bouts of mental illness only pop up when he's got to promote some shit? And he goes, no, those are the ones that you hear about. It's happening all the fucking time. Nonstop. And it often happens a lot after he gets something massive because it emboldens him and it emboldens his sense of self and his ego. And then he goes, I don't need these meds. And he goes off of it and dives deeper into the mental illness. But, I mean, the things that we were telling, the most glaring and obvious point as to how you know that this is mental illness is this Gap deal is worth potentially billions of dollars.
Yeah.
His album sales will make him pennies.
Yeah.
He's potentially willing to throw away the Gap deal to promote this album. That's mental illness.
Yeah.
And once it was put in, you know what I'm saying? Like, once it was put in front of me like that.
Well, yeah, it's interesting because I'm dead ass. I was looking at his tweets, 2 nights ago, and I was like, this is the most sane he's ever sounded to me. I don't want my daughter to do porn. I got to get divorced from this Kardashian.
Yep.
I was like, yeah, you're finally sounding sane
Sounds
to me.
realistic, yeah.
Yeah, now you sound not crazy. But if you're risking saying anything, Harriet Tubman just worked for a different white person, she didn't free any slaves or whatever, like, that could fuck up a Gap deal. Gap is a massive company that is signing with you. You're not a musician as much as you are a fashion icon anymore. You're not fucking that up for music. Also, another thing that we came across in our research about this is the only people that he works with are people that need something from him. And not only people, corporations. Gap was fucked. Gap was doing horribly. Right.
So they're willing to take the risk of working with a mentally ill person, a severely mentally ill person. And what happens? The stock goes through the roof the second they announce it. Adidas was not doing well.
Yeah.
So they're like, fuck it, I'll risk it. Anybody who enables a mental illness, setting up these rallies in South Carolina, working with him at the studio, all these things, they're not Dr. Dre.
Right.
They're unnamed guys that need the push.
Right.
They're fucking designer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're these rappers that need a shot of adrenaline in their system that Kanye can provide. Who are the people that he used to work with that you don't see him having a relationship anymore?
Jay-Z.
Jay-Z. I bet we could look through all his close contacts and every single one of them needs Kanye. Kanye doesn't need them.
Yeah.
And that's the sign of someone who's like truly battling with mental illness, because you push the people away that can check you and you push the people away that try to check you.
Yeah.
We heard, not to cut you, but we heard that Kim wasn't going there to get him locked up. We heard Kim was going there with a doctor just to make sure he was okay. There was no plans of like putting him in a mental institution or any of that kind of shit. But what happens is when you're in that heightened state of paranoia, when the mental illness, that like bipolar break is serious, you are supremely paranoid. So you are going to think in the most chaotic of ways.
Right.
We should even talk to Kanishka about this. I bet it's all just part of the disease and it's like the most normal behavior within the disease.
Yeah.
But What?
Well, I was going to say, because I was saying Kanye, not like I was the first person to say it, but again, we have a friend who's bipolar. I saw him go through an episode a couple of times. By the second time, probably 7 or 8 years ago, one thing he said to me that stuck with me, but first I started seeing Kanye do similar shit of like a manic high, and I was like, oh, this seems very bipolar, and a lot of people scoffed at it at the time, and now he's on a manic high, and what I remember, and Kanishk was like, no, he's not. And I was like, that's why I scoffed when he said bring him on. But what my friend said when he was going through a manic high is he goes, if you had just let me create uninterrupted, I'm telling you, I would have created brilliant shit. And I was like, yeah, okay, sure thing, man. You're saying that because you're here and you're you and you're going through it. But maybe Kanye, what's allowed him to put out the prolific shit is he has manic highs that are unchecked. Now, definitely sometimes it's trash because nobody can check him, but also he just gets to create out there in fucking Wyoming. And maybe sometimes that's where the brilliance comes from, is a manic high.
Some people say that he goes off the meds when he wants to start creating music.
Because, the meds just dull you.
Yeah.
And what a crazy thing that is, that anytime you're happy, you start thinking, oh, fuck, am I having a manic high? Am I doing this? Do I need to change my medication?
We all think about taking drugs to fix something that doesn't feel good.
Right.
I feel depressed.
Yep.
This drug lifts me up.
Yeah.
We never look at feeling too good as a problem.
Right.
And that's what bipolar medication a lot of times does. Like if you're on lithium or something, it's just a mood stabilizer. So it doesn't let you go too low, but it also doesn't let you go too high.
Right.
But imagine feeling high to the point where you can, some people say that they can actually like feel colors.
Yeah.
Right? Like imagine feeling that level of good and then taking a pill that's going to make you feel worse.
Right.
Nobody wants to take a drug that makes you feel worse. Matter of fact, if you do have a bad experience with drugs, meaning they make you feel worse, like I had with mushrooms, I'm like, I ain't taking that shit
again.
Exactly. So imagine the discipline that it must take.
Yeah.
That every time you start to feel good, you go, uh-oh, gotta take my meds, I gotta take my meds.
And it's specifically
Sad.
called a mood stabilizer. So like if I took Allegra for allergies and I started sneezing more, I'd be like, I feel worse for the exact thing it's supposed to help. Fuck you. I'm not taking these meds. Here's a medicine that's supposed to make my emotions more stable, my mood more stable, make me more emotionally healthy, but I feel emotionally less healthy. Fuck the meds.
And imagine this. Imagine you worked at UPS or something like that, right? Where you don't rely on your feelings in order to do the job effectively, right?
Yeah.
You could maybe take that.
Yeah.
That's understandable. Now imagine you work in a field where your feelings drive your creativity and your art. You need to feel excited and inspired in order to create.
Yeah.
And this pill removes the fucking furnace that warms up the creative place in
The
your
inverse
mind.
is also
art.
true. You can feel really sad and depressed and put out beautiful music.
Feel. You just need to feel.
And that won't let you feel, because you can't get a manic low either, because the manic low is scary because you might kill yourself, whatever.
Yeah.
Manic high is scary because you feel like I'm invincible. But it'll stabilize. It'll take away the manic low. I can't even put out like fucking Nirvana or whatever these
Imagine
sad
neutral music.
Kid Cudi ain't a star with neutral music.
Exactly. Nobody wants to listen to neutral, right? We're down to listen to some shit that's super sad. We're down to listen to some shit that's super happy.
Yeah.
But that middle ground, like nobody wants to listen to Adele's song if it's like, hello? Oh, okay, it's reasonable. You're not there. That's cool.
Can I leave a message?
Yeah, call me back whenever it works for you. That's why we don't want that. Give us the fucking extremes. Give us the feels. We want to feel. He creates music that makes you fucking feel.
And if he's feeling the strongest, the most heightened feelings without the meds,
And
feel.
low key, I'm curious how often these record labels and these touring companies and these people in his camp come to him and they go, well, yo, we need another album. Yo, maybe it's time to tour again. They know what he got to do, not to take away his accountability, but they know what he's got to do in order to create the shit that they could profit off of.
Yeah.
And they know what putting him in that position is going to make him do. They're basically going, hey, can you get off the drugs now? Like, I'm not saying they're doing that exactly, and he's a grown man, he got to be accountable for his interactions, but I have enough mental illness in my family where it's like, it's really hard to keep mentally ill people accountable, man. It's the people around you need to play a huge part in your life.
yeah.
And
I kind of think they do. Like we kind of heard, but I feel bad for Kim.
yo,
Like Kim, and it's funny, I've never felt bad for a Kardashian in a day in my life.
yo,
Y'all are making me for the
uh,
first time. Go ahead.
Listen to this. This is
I
interesting.
feel bad for Kim because she she seems like a woman who just wanted to be in love, be in a relationship, start a family. Like, she's not really doing the antics that she used to do as much. And she's just tasked with keeping the family together and making sure Kanye doesn't explode their family dynamic. Like, she has to deal with his manics up and down way more than we even see. And you never see her like lash out at Kanye. It's always like, hey guys, just, you know, he's dealing with something, have some patience for him, whatever the case is. Like, that takes a lot.
Son, I'm
for
telling
a girl
you, bro.
who has the money and the resource she has. I don't know why she hasn't like, fuck this motherfucker.
Exactly. I understand the gold digger, right? That
she got
needs
money.
Kanye. You gotta enable him because that's your lifestyle too. Kim might have more money than Kanye. Who knows if she doesn't? But Kim was floating Kanye. Kanye was 53 million in debt. She was paying all the bills, everything. She got to deal with this mentally ill motherfucker who won't stay on his meds when he offers no benefit to her besides being a family man. She don't even monetize him on the show. He's barely on the show, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Keeping Up with the Kardashian shit. So while we're all sitting here going, oh, she's going to use this for next season, Kris Jenner going to find a way, he's not really on the show that much. So literally, she's going through this to keep the family together.
So here's why I don't disagree. Here's where I'm stubbornly still anti-Kardashian because I've locked into not liking them.
Yeah. No, you have tons of go. Finish.
They're horrendous people, but they know whether he's on the show or not. A lot of motherfuckers are going to watch the show to see how this unfolds behind the scenes.
That's fair.
Yes.
And I don't think. Maybe Kim. I can see Kim based on little clips when I watch when my girl is around. Oh, she's
bullshit.
I can't. I truly cannot do it. I'll watch The Bachelor. Yeah. I'll watch a lot. That one, I'm like, yo, I can't be in the room. I fucking hate this. But she seems like she really does. She just wants to be in love. I get that to a degree. I still think she co-signs a lot of Kris Jenner shit. But I think Kris Jenner is keenly aware that you need drama to keep this show afloat, and this show might not make a ton of money, but it floats everything else. It funnels into everything else we're doing now. Mm-hmm. And I think when she sees things going off the rail, she is completely okay with it and willing to let it go. She's like a record exec to me.
I think that's really reasonable. I think it's a reasonable criticism.
But then look how Kanye was doing screenshots of him reaching out to Kris, and she was just silent.
Yeah, but
Like,
he's
if
saying shit
she
to her
could
like
easily gaslight him and turn him up a little bit more.
Yeah, but why do you need to? He's already putting the screenshots
Yeah,
up.
no, I'm just saying, it's like, I think they as a family just have his best intentions in mind right now.
How about it's a little bit of both?
It's probably,
maybe,
of course it's
maybe
both.
it's somewhere in the
But
middle.
he bought into that system. They
100%.
were already monetizing their...
They didn't need a Kanye.
Yeah.
They are more than capable of creating drama. They chopped off the dad's dick.
Yeah.
Right? They made a whole fucking show about turning him into trance.
Yeah.
Right? Every Father's Day, they still post a picture wishing him happy Father's Day, even though now it's like they know what to do. They know how to confuse us.
And a lot of it, I think, is done by them in the sense that, like, there's a lot of famous families out there. None of them seem to have this level of drama every year. Lamar Odom, Caitlyn Jenner, Kim gets robbed, Kanye the first time, Chris Humphries. It is always fucking something. And when the show first started and they were just hanging out, did anybody really give a fuck? Scott Disick, I think, is the one they figured it out. Because she'll watch old episodes. I'll see this guy's hilarious.
Yeah,
he's a
funny.
party animal. He's a drunk. He's fun to watch. The
leaned
show
into the
is
character.
worth talking about when a guy comes and just causes chaos.
But he would cause the chaos.
Yeah.
And that's it. Before that, I don't think anybody gave a fuck about the show, really. But once there's chaos, they realize, oh, this is the move. Always needs to be chaos.
Yeah. I feel to balance of both, but I actually feel bad for a Kardashian.
It's weird. It's like I feel bad for all parties involved, and we literally were like, we're not gonna grill this dude who's mentally ill because we don't get anything out of it.
Right.
The guy is fucking sick, and he's got desperate people and companies around him that are enabling it so that they can profit, and it's kind of fucking sad. And I don't know exactly what to do. I don't know what the solution is. I don't think boycotting is the solution, but I don't think that if we continue to enable it, if we continue to support it, then people will continue to take advantage of him. It's a really weird imprisonment that he's in. He's imprisoned by the illness, but people are able to take advantage of him while he's imprisoned by it.
Yeah.
So it's like, I agree with you. Boycotting's not the way, but what I chose to do, like when he had that spat on TMZ and slavery is a choice or whatever, like that bothered me to the point where it's like, hey, Kanye, I love you. I love what you gave us. I still listen to your old albums, but I'm not going to sign up for any of your new shit until because I feel that's going to enable him like, oh shit, if I keep acting like this, people are going to fuck with it. And I think if more people did that, he may reel
the
it back a
Kanye
little
stands
bit.
are doing him the biggest disservice.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it sucks because it's like, I loved Kanye, man. I have Yeezys, I have all his albums, all that shit, but I've taken a stand. I just like don't really pay attention to him anymore.
Yeah.
He needed to do a versus. He needed to do a versus.
Kanye Drake versus would be the event of the fucking decade.
Nah, Drake would destroy him and embarrass him at the same time.
Everybody said DMX is going to get destroyed by Snoop. You don't think Kanye got
Hold
20
on.
hits?
I have to shit my pants, but when I come back, I want to have this. Who does Kanye do verses against? All right, my bad, guys. I had to let loose. I had that beet juice this morning, and I think it just went through me. But back to what we were saying, the Kanye versus Drake.
Kanye versus Drake would be the highest rated show, period, in 25 years.
Especially because they got their little beef.
Yeah,
honestly, who wins?
So the beef also, I don't know if this is real or not, but this is how big the beef is. There's rumors Kim fucked Drake and then wanted to fuck Meek, and Meek said no and told Ye. And that's
just
and
Kanye
so all this
being
other
crazy.
there's all this other shit, and this could be wrong, but like that's how big the beef is. We're looking at everything about Kanye and attaching Drake to it somehow.
Yeah.
And probably vice versa. If they did a versus, bruh, and you think Drake would wash Kanye, I think you are sleeping on Ye's hits.
Are you sure?
Wash him.
How?
Because so Kanye has big songs, but like only maybe 4 of them are like big stadium hits that like you would play in a club or something like that. The reason why DMX was as close as he was because his songs are like, they're like hard, they're energetic, like you feel some emotion when you play them shits. Kanye's like, he has maybe 4 of those, and then the rest of his are just like, all right, these were like nice woke songs, like, you know, like nice.
So Snoop won, you thought?
Yeah, I think Snoop.
I thought Snoop won.
I think
got
Snoop
it.
won, but just pull it off. But that's New York bias.
Yeah.
Like some people had him like killing him, but
Yeah.
I'm a big DMX fan. I thought, again, we talked about what DMX was back then. It was such a fucking force.
Yeah.
And this reminded you, but I gave it to Snoop just because he was so put together, man. Like that freestyle at the end was so ill. He just did like 3 or 4, man. Just no problem. Bang, bang, bang.
Yeah.
And that's where I was like, oh, this guy won. But Ye and Drake just off hits, Jesus walks slapped for fuck's sake.
Yeah, but it's like when he drops
Power,
when he
stronger,
drops a song,
power.
Yeah, those are the ones that are like, all right, those knock. Like you hear it,
Monster.
like, oh shit, let's go.
Monster.
But then Drake can play anything 0 to 100. He has so many songs that like they play in the club. Club hits win.
I think Spaceship would go.
Nah,
Bruh, even it's not a club hit.
Through the Wire.
son, Drake's diss records are hot. He has diss records that are fucking.
It'd be interesting.
smash.
He has one diss record that's hot.
His song he just put out a week, like that's Drake is still actively putting out hot music. Like,
Yeah, he's
Kanye,
not
we
actively
haven't
putting
heard.
out hot
Yo,
music.
how have they not done Biggie versus Pac and just
The
had
holograms?
other people do it or do it hologram?
I'm
Like,
sure that's the come. Like right now, they've just been growing this versus thing, and it's funny the organic growth that you've seen. Like it just started on the IG Live. Now they got an Apple deal, and it fucking looks fantastic. Sound is great,
And it's
all
mad
that stuff.
fun seeing everybody comment like that. I think you said it. It's almost like being at the club with famous people or some shit like
Yeah,
that. Like
you're
they're
like, oh shit, blah blah blah's in here.
imagine
Yeah,
there's a
Oprah's in
TV
here.
show you're watching. Every famous person you like is also live tweeting it.
Yeah,
But that's the thing. I don't know if this could operate as a TV show. I think one of the great things about it is the accessibility.
You got to be able to comment.
You got to be able to comment. If they did do it as a TV show, they should have like a live Twitter feed or something
Yeah.
going on there.
Yeah.
Like they have
that's
to.
what they do.
They'll
they do.
integrate it.
Yeah, even on the Apple TV one, it's like there's live tweeting that's right at the bottom of the screen.
Tony Baker be killing it with
Son,
that shit.
it's dope. Like I'm
It's
telling you,
nice to
that's-
see
I
your
wish
own
I
comment
got
pop in.
Yeah.
into it. I wish I got into it earlier because I feel even some of the earlier ones were dope as well.
Yeah.
But maybe you just don't care for the music as much. But
Yeah.
I've been enjoying these verses, and yesterday's was just over the top.
Yeah, I didn't-
Glasses Loke, sorry to kind
you're
of like move this, but Glasses Loke had a interesting argument. He said that
Who's Glasses Low?
Glasses Malone.
Oh,
Yeah. So Glasses, he said this. He said that Snoop Dogg is the greatest rapper ever.
Yeah, I saw DJ Head retweet that.
I thought it was really interesting. He didn't say he's the best. He said he's the greatest.
Because he was rap for a little while.
He was rap. Like people were trying to do Snoop numbers or whatever. He said Biggie was trying to do Snoop numbers. He was saying on the Breakfast Club. But it's interesting. Is he the greatest rapper ever? I don't know. Do the numbers show it? Is Snoop like the Samuel L. Jackson of rap? Samuel L. Jackson has technically made the most money at the box office of any actor.
But if we're just going off numbers, I think Eminem and Drake have sold the most. I think by this time, hands down, they have sold the most out of all rap artists.
Is that right?
I'm pretty
out of
sure.
their own albums, not just other songs, features, that kind of shit.
Well,
I mean,
Eminem will slap the fuck out of a feature.
yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. It's like, I don't just do it off numbers. I think cultural impact, Glasses is taking that into consideration as well.
Right.
Because like Snoop has just become a part of the world. Like,
And the West Coast rise, I think
white
Snoop was
soccer
like,
moms know Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, he is
Like,
ubiquitous with music and rap. Yeah. I mean, like, nobody goes, I don't like Snoop. Snoop is like Bob Marley. And I don't say that in terms of weed, but like, he's just known and nobody's against him.
Yeah.
There are people who go, I don't fuck with Eminem. Or people go, I don't really fuck with Drake. Like, you know, like, but Drake is close. Drake is actually very close.
Very
But
close, yeah.
Snoop is generational. Kids fuck with Snoop. Adults fuck with Snoop. Nobody is against Snoop. He's the Bob Marley of rap.
that's a great way of putting it.
That's a
Snoop
Snoop
Lion.
Lion, yeah, when he started doing the
that was-
reggae shit.
I'm sure that was a period he wish he can erase.
What's worse for him, that or the No Limit period?
Nah, No Limit period was fire.
Now he had one good album, and then he had a couple others, that were, at least one other that was like, nobody cared. That makes complete sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get out
shut
of
up with
here.
this Flow Rider shit. Yo,
That's Mark's guy, yo.
Yo, shout out to Flow Rider.
I mean, he rides the
Everybody.
flow like that's what he does. That's his
They
namesake.
got to do Sean Paul, not Sean Paul. Pitbull versus Flow Rider
yeah.
for just straight club hit.
Bad Flow
Or
Rider
Jay
might
Z
take
versus
that.
Flow Rider.
Nah, Jay
Kendrick
get washed.
Lamar versus
Jay
Flow
get washed.
Rider.
Jay get washed. Jay would get washed by Flow Rider.
Yeah, you might be right.
yeah,
You might be right.
Nah, he would get washed.
I know you're joking, but it's
Nah,
so
he
even
would get
disrespectful
washed.
to just say that out loud.
Nobody want to watch Jay-Z go up there and fucking stare at his shoes and just mumble his fucking raps. Flow Rider's bringing the energy and the muscles.
This is
Yo, Jay don't got
Yo,
muscles.
Jay-Z raps about New York. Everybody raps about New York.
Y'all
Who raps
about
gaslighting me right
Flow
now,
Rider?
son. Y'all
About
gaslighting me
Flow
right now,
Rider.
son. Y'all gaslighting me, son. I appreciate this shit.
Nah, he got hit. No one's sleeping on Flow Rider.
You know what's interesting? I was thinking earlier, and I was going to bring it up. I feel like DMX is almost like the Eminem for black people. Like, whatever, like, angst music is for white people, DMX is that for thugs. Not black people, but, like, the fucking hood black people that are, like, about grimy shit. DMX is their guy that speaks to their pain.
That's Eminem.
Slipping to a Suburban Kid was a good song, but when he played that on the verses, everybody that was like into some grimy shit that was in the comments, like Hitman was like, this is the fucking song, yo. Yeah. And Hitman is about it.
What was that other song that Charlotte was saying they banned from clubs because motherfuckers was tearing up the clubs too much?
Get at me, dog, is what I would
Nah,
assume.
not DMX. It was like some like Southern.
Oh, Nuck If You Buck?
Nuck If You Buck? Yeah.
No, I think it's 3-6 Mafia.
Yeah. And then there was another
Tear
one.
the club up. I think that's
Tear the
actually
club up.
Yeah.
Tear the
Makes
club. They
perfect
were
sense.
literally tearing the club
Yeah.
up when the song came
Yeah.
on, so DJs weren't allowed to
Right.
play. It's hilarious. And there was another one, outside of the club, and I wanna. What was that one?
Never Scared?
Never scared.
I ain't never scared. I ain't never scared.
These are songs that, oof.
That's
That was-
Eminem.
was
That's what
bad,
Eminem
son.
does for whites.
Mom, spaghetti!
Yeah, but we don't have to worry about being outside the club.
That's their
I thought
problem.
Fred Durst
That's
was
the problem.
parental
Just throwing
angst.
up mom's disgusting ass spaghetti.
Fred
thought it was
Durst
like
tapped
Fred
into the
Durst
same
and
Eminem shit.
Korn.
Eminem just came out and was like cooler version of Fred Durst. So they're like, we don't gotta fuck with Fred Durst no more.
But you would hear an Eminem song and would want to fight after? Because like I would hear it.
We don't want to fight. We want to like yell at our parents. That's different.
That's
Like
different.
y'all are like, I'm gonna fuck that dude
Son.
up that accidentally bumped into my sneaker that I bought at the Pack Club.
Yeah.
That's your angst.
Son.
Our angst is my mom needs to die. She didn't get double stuffed Oreos. She's going down.
I remember. Like I used to play either DMX, MOP, a couple of people back in the
Annie
day.
up is
Oh,
the fucking
Annie Up.
yo,
And I would
bro.
go out and
Let's-
do some destruction.
Yo,
after that
MOP
shit,
tapped
bro.
into some Eminem. They almost got it, bro.
That's the Brownsville Eminem.
They really are Brownsville Eminem. When you think about
Oh,
it, when you
God.
actually think about it, they tapped in. Annie up, got that fool. Annie up, kidnap that fool.
Hit him.
Is it hit him?
Yeah.
Making sure. Such an angry song. I thought an N-word was going to slide out. I had to stop myself a little early. Bump the brake, Schulz.
Let's get to a few of these topics. You got a lot of
Ooh,
topics.
I got something I want to talk about.
All right, what?
Tory Lanez, Meg Thee Stallion.
Oh yeah.
The funniest comment that I've seen in history about this whole thing came from Cameron. Shouts to the Harlem GOAT, Cameron. Cameron said, Tory pulled out that pistol when he saw Megan's dick.
Oh my god.
Bruh.
Yeah, that shit. That was.
That is hilarious.
He's catching some heat for that one.
Is he catching some heat?
Yeah,
What's he saying? What are they saying?
Black women will always be the most disrespected. Al.
Well, he's saying it's a female. I mean, it's a male.
Yeah, it's
so he's
true.
not disrespecting black women. He's disrespecting a black guy.
Come on. Come on.
No,
I mean, if he's right, it's not disrespectful to women.
All right, and if he's wrong, it's the most disrespectful to women.
That he just called her ugly.
No, he said you look like a man.
No, he said, yeah. No, he did say you look like a man.
Hey,
Look,
you know who
she's-
got giant dicks? Stallions.
Yo, she does
What do you say
call
about a
herself
guy that's great in
stallion.
bed? What do they say about a guy that's great in bed? What do I say about a guy that's great in bed?
Stallion.
He's a
He's a stallion.
stallion.
She
You're
didn't call herself Meg the Filly.
She did
A
not.
filly is a female horse. A stallion is a male horse. She named herself a stallion. She's 6'6", 240, right? She could squat 330 pounds. She damn near the mountain from Game of Thrones, and we supposed to be not even a little bit curious that if she don't got a thing on her, she might have that heat. Real talk, Tory might have grabbed the pistol thinking it was her dick. It might have been consensual. He might have been like, I've been cocking this back all weekend. About time it started shooting. Why did it shoot at the feet? Because maybe it was actually Megan's dick in the first place.
Maybe that's how low the dick hung and he was just aiming for it.
Real talk. Maybe
All
it
the way
was
down.
Simmons that shot up out of her fucking dick, not bullets. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe it was Siemens.
Oh, Siemens.
Yeah.
Simmons.
Nobody said that she got shot with bullets. Did y'all hear that? She got shot with hot cum.
Corey, so you're saying Tory saw her dick and couldn't control himself?
Couldn't control it. It was Liddy.
He was walking and brushing against his forehead.
Shit hit him like a car wash. Just boom, 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 boom. Yo, literally, he was
Oh,
probably
yeah.
down there like, Meg, stop walking over me. Real talk. Let's be serious. Tory Lanez is 4 feet tall, right? 63 pounds. Tory is literally the size of my dog. Okay? Tory, this whole episode, he's been sitting next to me. Right? Listen, if Meg Thee Stallion wanted to start beefing with Tory, what choice does he have? That's self-defense. The girl's 6'6".
Big old dick.
That is my theory. I that's the one thing you've said that I kind of
Where
agree with.
were they?
I
Texas?
think that they were beefing, and he knew that I would get washed in a
I'll
fight.
get
so-
washed. He can't roll over on her.
No,
She might have rolled over on him.
Oh, that's
You could
100%
suffocate
possible.
him like that.
And he couldn't tap out. He's screaming.
Maybe he was just upset because he was crying the whole time and she never like put a bottle in his crib. You know what I mean? Never like rocked him to sleep.
Yo, you think that he was yelling at her and he was like really upset? He's like, why are you disrespecting me? And she just started dangling the keys over his head. You think she was like, it's okay, Tori. It's okay, Tori. Everything gonna be okay. Are you Liddy again? Yes, you're Liddy again.
Maybe he needed to be burped. Maybe
Bro, maybe he tried to burp her real quick.
Yeah.
You think that's what it was?
You made a little irritable for that rash.
Dog, do you think that's what happened? Is she went into the store to grab some shit because it was too heavy for him.
Right.
And some people went to the car and they started calling 911. Someone left a baby in the car with the windows up. Babies are dying out here in the car. And he was like, nah, I could drive the car. He had to unbuckle himself. He get problem with the motherfucker. He couldn't unbuckle the seatbelt. Bro, I think there's a lot more to this story. It might have been self-defense.
It's actually impressive he could shoot her feet from the car seat in the back. It's pretty good aim if you think about it.
So that's amazing aim, bro. How the hell is she gonna fee 5-4 into the house now with her foot all fucked up? Dog, think about this. Tori, I think we got to look into Tori, man. I think this could be self-defense, 100%.
Yeah, maybe.
I think he's the victim here, and Meg is trying to play around like she's the victim.
I can't believe it.
He's not locked up anymore. He was arrested and then they let him go.
You don't let someone go who shoots someone.
I'm hearing that no one's cooperating. That's why.
Oh, what? Meg just climbed over police talk. She's not talking.
So she's not talking.
Yeah.
And since she's not cooperating, they can't put anything on Tori.
Yeah.
Yo, that's the stupid hip hop shit. She knows she can't cooperate because it goes against the code or whatever.
Right.
If she was in any other type of music, she could cooperate. If she was a country singer, she could cooperate. If she was R&B, she could cooperate.
Or there's more to the story. Maybe she caused it. Like maybe she was instigating some situation and like Tori was coming to her defense and because he's so weak, he couldn't.
You remember how crazy we thought people were when they said that about Chris Brown? And he beat the shit out of Rihanna, but he didn't shoot her.
Yo, that's short
they
privilege.
were arguing.
No, that's short privilege. That
That's
you could
short
be
privilege.
so tiny that people can't fathom that you could hurt the girl you're with.
Yeah.
Bro, that is interesting. Chris Brown almost lost his career. He lost his mainstream likability.
Right.
Yeah.
And he didn't even shoot Rihanna. He didn't even shoot her.
He didn't. That's true. Tory Lanez did.
Beat her up whilst driving. Whilst it. Whilst.
Did he pull over?
He didn't even pull over.
That's impressive, to be honest.
I mean,
Yeah, not the action, the dexterity of it all. The coordination.
I mean, he's very athletic.
His peripheral vision got to be stellar.
Do you think
to be looking at the road and then
see
connect?
That, but do you think the other people that were driving were like, "Oh, he's crunking and driving. This motherfucker love dancing, bro," because he's just like this the whole time. Yeah, he really was.
Would you rather get shot in the foot one time or get punched in the face once?
Shot in the foot one time.
That's what I'm saying. So it's almost what Tory did was better than.
Because then, yeah. Yeah.
Good point.
Punch in the face a bunch of time, that could really affect you, affect the way you look. Shot in the foot, you're gangster. It's more fire.
She's just limping. But how could she make her money doing that fucking dance on her, getting down all the way on the ground?
What's that dance called? That dance when
Did you
she
just
gets
become
down on the
old?
ground.
What
Son.
the fuck happened to you just right now?
I don't know, to be honest.
Son,
I don't
doing
know.
that dance where they go all the way down to the ground with it. Yo.
The twist.
Yo, Akaash, what just happened to you right there, bro?
I was trying to figure out what she'd be doing all the way down. I thought there was a different name for that I couldn't think of. Because she takes it so low, you know what I mean?
It's dropping
She takes
low
it down
and
to Tory
twerking.
Lanez, you know what I mean?
Yo, maybe that's why he was able to dance with her.
Yo, maybe.
Yo, Tori, we need to have a conversation. We need to go eye to eye, which is going to be quite difficult. But we need to have a conversation about what the fuck happened. How has nobody talked to Tori? How has he not done quarantine radio? Quarantine.
I didn't ever watch it, so I'll take your word for it. That's
Son,
the
but
joke.
the funniest thing that happened, I think.
Oh, is Dre and Michelle?
Yeah, did you guys see this?
Yeah.
So Drea says Drea's on a podcast. I think she's hosting.
She's on Van's podcast, right?
No. Like Van was a guest on their podcast.
I think.
Nope. Already fucking up. Okay. No.
Yeah, that's hilarious. She said, I think, and somebody's like, yo, chill.
I'll take it.
I predict that they had some sort of Bobby and Whitney love that, drove them down this Snapped-esque type of road. And I'm here for it. I like that. I want you to like me so much you shoot me in the foot too.
But as long
What? Whoa!
Wait, no, that is very true.
Van really blew this clip up. Yeah. If it's not for Van, this just goes unnoticed.
He made sure there was a moment, didn't
Yeah.
he?
No,
Yeah.
get your fucking ass in the car. And I'm like,
TMZ
no,
training.
nigga, I'm fucking getting out the car. No, you're not.
He shoots
Bah,
you in
bah.
the foot. Yeah, you gonna fucking shut that nigga.
Now I'm not going
In
nowhere.
this moment,
How you gonna?
Drea just went viral.
Van is a dick.
He knew it.
Yeah, he knew it. That's
He
that
knew it.
That's that TMZ.
Why
trailer
does
right
that
there.
love? Why is that love nice? Why do people want
Because
that
that's a
love?
broken woman.
Yeah.
There's no way she grew up in a healthy house if she thinks that's the kind of love that's love.
Yeah.
Bro, do you remember when we did Hollywood
Yes,
Squares?
I was telling my girl about it. I found her fucking insufferable.
But how
Ooh,
unbelievably beautiful was she?
What are we talking about?
I'm
Oh,
dead
Drea,
ass.
her? Oh.
Yeah,
I'm dead ass. I couldn't even get past how fucking annoying she was.
I couldn't get past how beautiful
I
she was.
remember.
Yeah.
I remember you and
I was
Duval.
like,
So she is. Whew.
she's
up there. For me.
she is the baddest video vixen of all time to me. Is she a video vixen? She's just
Not
kind of
really.
like
Love
a
and hip-hop
thought.
bitch or something,
she
right?
just does
Basketball
more like
Wives?
reality TV.
Is it Basketball Wives?
No, I think the Housewives of LA or something. I don't know. One of these.
Hip Hop Wives or some shit.
Some of them.
She's like a groupie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, but she is the hottest groupie I've ever seen, bro.
And has maintained so well.
I mean,
I've never seen her fall off.
Stunning. Like beautiful. Like her
was with
face
the
is
Cowboys.
beautiful.
Yeah.
She was the Cowboys cornerback for a long time, Orlando Scandrick.
She was with Scandrick.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, he seemed incredibly unhappy with her, to be honest.
Oh
by the
no,
end.
you'll be miserable
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, I couldn't get past. I'm not the guy who's like, I need a personality. I'm not that guy.
Yeah.
But she was so fucking just awful. I was like, yo, I don't care what you look like.
He fucked up. He didn't beat her enough.
Yo, real talk. They might still be together if he beat her ass every once in a while.
Crazy though, when you have women like this that think that love comes through violence,
Yeah.
well, they think you don't like them.
Yeah.
And then
And then they get love from some dickhead that like is a douche to them, and then they are attracted to that.
Yeah, it's a cycle. Because like, I'm sure you can recall like the girls who like the bad guys, and it's like the bad guys treated them like dicks, but
Yeah,
for
this is
some
a
reason
different
they just
level,
love
though.
that shit. Yeah,
I want to be shot by you. That's a different
this
level.
is now a woman grown up. Now you got to just take it to a new level.
She
to
never-
show your
she
love.
never-
Yo, this is gonna sound. Sorry, go.
No, but just like the guy changes his ways, like he's a bad boy, girl falls in love with him, he falls for her, and it's like, oh, I gotta start treating him right. And then she leaves.
Yeah.
So here's the other side of that coin. This is gonna be tough to phrase, and I'm trying to slice it very thin here. Yeah, what if a girl like that wants abuse? Okay. She is saying that she wants abuse because she justifies. You got the fucking sound queued up, right? She wants to. She justifies the love through the abuse. It's not love unless it's abusive. Granted, she's making jokes, of course. We don't have to take her at face value, but there maybe are people out there like that.
Yeah.
What role do they play in the abuse?
No, it's
Yeah.
here's what.
Phrase it to protect me.
It's not it's. I don't think it's technically abuse anymore if she's giving consent to that treatment. It's almost like people who like the super rough sex, like, okay, punch you in my face and all that shit is like, hey, that's
Nah, because
assault.
the
for-
public perception, if her way was, if I want to get beaten, that's what makes me feel like he loves me.
Right.
And then a guy's beating the shit out of a girl, everybody in society is going to be like, yo, I don't give a fuck if that's how you perceive love. That's not cool.
Oh, you gotta
That's
do
not
it. You got to do it in private.
What's tricky is the other side is if sexually, if she likes really rough sex and maybe she has some bruises from sex and she likes being choked for mad long to the point that's a little dangerous, you're just like, yo, that's what she's into. That's her kink. But if it's love and not sex, is not acceptable. You see what I'm saying? That's where there's an odd thing that we haven't figured out as a society.
That's the thing. Sex is, you're allowed all this leeway in sex.
Yeah.
Violence, racism, sexism, abuse, like all these things with it, kidnapping. All these things you can consider a kink, man. It's so odd. We forgive all them within the realm of sex, which is the most intimate of things. And maybe we assume it's okay because you have to really love someone that much to allow them to do that stuff. But the second you remove sex, right? If someone's like, have you hit your wife? And you go, well, only during sex. People are like, all right, phew. Yeah. Right? Did you hit your wife? Only during arguments. You fucking animal. And I agree, they're an animal. They should. Mm-hmm. Why can we differentiate so much?
I think relationships involve other people and other variables.
Keep going.
Like a relationship ultimately could involve kids. And so the toxicity of a relationship then could run off.
But if it's in the sex, it's compartmentalized.
Yeah, but what if there's no kids?
It's also, I think, it wraps up families, it wraps up friends, it wraps up your friend group.
But again, if she likes it.
Yeah, but it also wears on people that are.
No, but let's say just specifically in this relationship and look at it in a microcosm, right? I understand that's not life, but why is it that behavior is tolerated during sex and abhorrent outside of sex? What if you hit your girl and then real quick start having sex?
To be clear, you're saying help us.
Is that okay? Because you're like, well, I mean, it was foreplay. We were fucking late. Does that make sense?
I think it's also consent and boundaries. I think normally
the girl is consenting to it.
We're about to have sex, and when we do it, I want you to do these things.
Okay, so now you have this situation that Al was bringing up, which was the girl is essentially saying, and I'm not going to name names, but I've spoken to people who are like, nah, I want a man to put me in my play. And I'm like, what? Yeah, if he doesn't do this, he doesn't love me or blah, blah, blah.
I've heard that before as well. And it's that's what I'm saying. I think if it's in the privacy of your relationship and if both parties are like, oh, no, this is the way I view love, I think
that's the thing. That's the thing. So it's the consent thing. Yeah. We assume with sex it's consensual. We don't assume in relationships and arguments it's consensual. But if people have that dynamic where they have this incredibly toxic and abusive relationship, and the girl is saying, no, this is how I like to be treated, as fucked up as it is that she feels that way and the amount of abuse that she must have felt in her life and experienced in her life to have those feelings, is she also consenting to it?
Yeah, but I think we as a society still aren't cool with it.
No, we're not cool with it.
We're not cool with it. But still, it's not our place
now,
to say how they should.
Now let's take it one step further, right? She's experienced abuse, which makes her want abuse, right? Can she consent to it? If she's a victim and that victimization has created this mentality, is her consent okay?
I think it depends on the degree of abuse that's being received.
Okay, go.
So I would almost take the position that all relationships are contingent upon childhood trauma.
100%.
That you are with your current girl or whoever you're with because of the way your parents love you.
Your traumas match up, essentially.
Yeah.
Your traumas fit.
Oh, and not only trauma, not to distract, but all the positive things that she's experienced as a kid as well. So every bit of treatment she's experienced as a kid, you are matched up with. Yeah.
And so I think that once you get into the degrees of trauma, so if you experience such detrimental trauma as a kid, and now you're looking for physical abuse as an adult, as a society, I think we recognize that individual behavior is not good, and that the outcome of this is also good. So whether that's kids or the eventual outcome of these toxic relationships is all not.
So when do we remove someone's consent? When do we as a society go, they can't actually consent here because they've experienced so much abuse, their consent is not in their best interest?
Well, what makes that tricky to me is a lot of sexual fetishes could also be linked to
that's the next
trauma.
step where I was going to go. It's if we recognize that it exists in the emotional part of a relationship, how can that not transcend the sexual part too? And we allow it to exist in the sexual part. We created this boundary.
It's a super tricky line because
Fuck.
part of the consent of say an abusive relationship is the woman not leaving. Part of it. Because it's like, hey, you're being abused.
And just to protect you,
Yeah.
you're saying given the woman has every right to leave, she's not being threatened to stay, she's financially independent, she can do whatever she wants on her own.
Yes.
You're not doing the situations where women are like imprisoned by financial
I'm talking
sources.
about a woman like Drea.
Who's got her own money, got her own ability.
And it
she's
says, I want this.
So from a woman in
this
that
hypothetical
position, I'm saying that is the consent. She's not leaving. She's staying with the man. She's not pressing charges. She actually wants this. She's signing up for it. So that theoretically, that is the consent.
It jokingly demands it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So
as
it's
a
like,
society, though, we don't necessarily draw lines on it. I think it comes on like communities.
Okay.
There's no legality against like those kinds of things.
no, yeah, it is.
Yeah, there are.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Like even if she didn't press charges, I think it's after the OJ situation. Mm-hmm. Like after the OJ situation, it's like
If you hear fighting.
if there's some domestic whatever the case is, it's like the wife or husband doesn't even have to press charges anymore. The police can come into whatever. They can take them apart and press charges against a person.
On what grounds?
Due to that particular OJ rule, like any domestic disturbance, the state can
I think the
press
idea
charges.
is a lot of times a woman might not press charges because she's
She's
afraid.
afraid.
Yes.
The guy could kill me, whatever.
It comes from a good place. I think it comes from a
Yeah.
good place. But what is so interesting is that we create that division sexually. If the cops pulled in and it turns out your girl was screaming because you were fucking the shit out of her, she was loving it, and she wanted you to spank her, and she's saying, spank me harder, and the cops pull up, they're like, oh, fuck. Sorry, guys.
She's a hostage. She's tied to a chair because she wants it
Because she
sexually.
wants it. The cops will literally go, oh my God, we're so sorry. We should have never been here. What the fuck? This is our bad.
Yeah.
But maybe that same trauma that makes her want that also makes her get into these, or desire these physical confrontations outside of the sexual realm. And that's so weird that we consider one completely abusive and horrible and the other completely normal.
This ties back to what we were touching on, I think, with the Crystalia conversation, which was just like sex is so murky. We have not figured out what are the rules for sex yet. Because I think even the idea of a fetish, I think that's like just become a normalized conversation in the past 10, 15 years. Whereas before that was some weird shit. You got a fetish, you don't talk to anybody about that. Now we got foot fetishes. That's the thing. We like good feet. We just talk about it. And now we're all like, okay, we're talking about this shit now. So what's cool and what's not?
I think the foot thing, somebody like defined biologically. I think like your pleasure sensors in your brain are right next to your feet.
Yeah.
So sometimes the wires get a little switched.
Shut up.
Swear to God, look that up. My boy,
There is
You
a
just try to
biological...
normalize that one so you ain't a fucking weirdo. Yeah.
because that shit went too far.
This guy.
That shit went too fucking.
That's- no, we-
Akaash was giving mad. Mark was giving mad pushback, son, on the second toe longer shit.
That's just so funny because you just agree.
Nah. Stop it. Stop it.
Second toe longer?
Stop it.
I feel disgusted in my stomach.
No.
And I look at my own feet and I'm like, yo, whoa.
You got horrible feet.
Mark,
Look,
So
don't
do
fall
you?
for this shit.
Look,
This
ready?
Andrew has been saying this
Dead ass,
repeatedly
though,
for
no.
so many years. It
Son.
has permeated his ability.
No, I've been,
Listen.
even before I was like, I remember in an MCAT class, this girl talked about why there's like a biological explanation for foot fetishes.
All right,
And
but
this is
let
before
me
I
give
was
it to
even
you.
thinking
Ready?
about fucking.
Okay. There's this audiobook called A Brief History of Vice, right? And it says that in your brain's body image map, feet are located next to your genitals for some reason, right? Because God is genius. That implies an explanation for your people's foot fetish. Not a freak, you're just being well wired. My brain is better wired than the people that aren't. Your brain is poorly wired. Your genitals are way over here.
Yeah.
Your feet are way over
Next
there.
to like the thoughts of a bitch. Like fucking homo.
The thoughts of a bitch. Yo, that's so true, Mark, with your gay ass brain. Mark got his
Stupid.
fucking genitals right next to like personality
Yeah.
and feelings and shit like
My
that.
dick's next to like hopes and dreams or something.
Yeah, what's that about,
Fucking
bro?
loser.
Hey, will we have fun on our vacation? What dumb shit is that about? You want
Stupid idiot.
motherfucker? You want to go on a stroll? That part of your brain. Let's go on a stroll and have some good conversation.
Oh, no.
Is right next to your
my
genitals.
God.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
no.
spin cycle. Spin it, boys. Stop spinning, boys.
I'm rolling. Get me out of here.
No, for real, Mark. It's a fucking problem.
You get
dude.
intellectually stimulated?
Yo.
You fucking queer?
My G-spot's a good conversation.
Nah, dude. We're not going to put up with this shit. We're not going to tolerate. And then you try to shame us for being perfectly wired. Of course, obviously, we're not gonna like a second toe longer. We don't want no second toe dipping into our fucking genitals in our brain. That shit all is just nudging into our fucking
Long-ass
genitals.
toes, yo.
Long ass toe. You love that. Probably suck on it. You like your toes like you like your dick uncircumcised. You fucking weirdo.
Why is circumcised?
I would have chopped that shit right off.
Yeah, to keep that shit
Hava
descending.
Nagila, get that shit out of here. No, we're not playing that shit with feet, bro.
Yo, hell
I'll judge
no.
y'all's feet. I couldn't work with you guys if you had second toe longer.
Al, don't you got second toe longer?
Nah,
You got second toe
I got
longer.
perfect feet.
I can't ask me.
That's
It's
why
like your
I got a
farts,
foot
you-
fetish, because I know my shit is foul, and if I want to procreate with somebody, they got to have good feet to give our kids.
Do the people listening know what we're talking about with your bizarre paraphilia? Do people know what this is?
What's that?
Do the people
Paraphilia?
listening know
No, what? What are you talking about,
about
Mark?
your whatever you want to call your toe thing?
Paraphilia? Is that what
Okay.
it's called?
Mark, the people that listen to this podcast know how much I love feet. They know if they've been probably known about it since Brilliant Idiots. Am I
Yes.
wrong?
Okay, so they know.
I love feet.
And they know the second toe longer thing?
It's not even if you love feet, there's no way you could love that. Do you know what I mean? If you love feet, there's no way you could love that.
There's acceptable second toe longers I've seen in my life.
Stop it.
I've seen
Okay. You
You just
acceptables in my
started
life.
it. You opened up something and you need to close it.
Okay.
You opened up something and you need to close it.
We just gained
okay?
5 yards, boys. We're moving.
What,
All right.
what did I say?
They're
What did I
just
say
first
yesterday?
First down.
trying to
Why do you
reverse
not
the
first
spin
down,
cycle.
all right?
down.
You don't know that because you got too many conversations going on with your fucking girlfriend.
Yo, what did I say yesterday about second toe longer, how unnatural it is? How you know it's unnatural?
The only decent point you brought up,
What was it?
okay, it was that, and I'll quote, because the foot is like this.
No, that's not why.
That is what
This
he
is the
said.
argument I made.
He's like, 'cause
How
the foot
many
goes like
how many
this.
pairs of sneakers they got second toe longer shape?
These,
No, stop it,
bro.
Mark.
Look, my
Yeah, that's a
Stop
bad.
it,
That's a
Mark.
bad point. Gee, that's
Look at
they
your
all
shoe.
They all get longer.
Y'all done reversed it on me? Is that what's going on? Y'all just reversed it on me. That's what we gonna do right now. We gonna reverse spin cycle.
get your
You
paddle.
gonna sit there and get your two little bitches with fucking second toe longer. You want some middle finger foot giving ass bitches?
Son.
That's what you want. This is not gonna happen. I'm not gonna stand for it.
Son, I think all we're seeing is a case of self-hate right now, son. Andrew has a second toe longer, and he hates all people with second toe longer.
I'm not gonna have this psychoanalysis on this show.
Son, this is what it is, man. You got
go,
toe-on-toe crime going on.
Oh man. Oh fuck. Got the Candace Owens of feet over here.
Yeah.
Bro, that's all I am.
Systemic
Oh my
toeism going on over here.
You on my side. How the fuck you jumped off my boat?
welcome to the show, Drew. Come on.
This is where the Zoom's coming in. He's looking up for help in all directions. Son, when you looked for help, I'm sorry to go back to that video, son. I was editing this video and I was
I
dying. They
couldn't
can hear me
believe
from the
y'all
other
fucking
room.
co-signing his Birkenstocks.
Imagine a
I
spin
couldn't
cycle.
fucking believe what was happening.
This is Birkin boys, though, yo.
Yeah,
We're
Birkin boys, come on.
We've
You
been
couldn't
fucking
do
with
that,
Birkenstocks
son.
for a
Yeah.
minute.
That's gay.
Nah,
Say
big
what?
Birkin brand, bro.
That's gay.
No, it's not gay. This
Nah,
is Birkin boys.
It's a really
Bro, I can't even argue with
It's
that.
a comfortable sandal.
The Berkshire
Yeah,
son.
boys.
comfortable
That's why
side.
you think the fucking toes the same because you wear them
Stop
goofy
it.
ass sandals.
You got
You
your
got the first toe longer and them
your-
gay ass shoes you
Your volume
got.
is too
Son,
high.
you about to be in a
volume's
spin
far too
cycle.
high,
You can't
man.
get him with all this
Your
Birkenstock
volume is
disrespect,
too
son.
high, son. You came through with
Yeah.
some foul shit. You tried to defend it. It looked absolutely disgusting.
You wore Birkenstocks and y'all co-signed.
Mouse Jones said you had a cinnamon bun with no icing. That's what you wore. Motherfucker wore 2 cinnamon buns, no icing, bro. Come on.
Mouse those multiple Birkenstocks?
Because he's Birkin boys. This
Birkin
Birkin boys.
boys.
You know what this sounds like? You know what this sounds like?
You're in the spin cycle,
I just got out.
You're back in, bro. You're getting spun the fuck around. And you asked for it this time.
No, I
you
didn't.
asked for it. Yes, you did.
You brought up the video.
No. You asked for it,
You
bro.
brought up the video.
Hey. You want two fucking calzones to the podcast, and you act like you didn't, and you're not trying to put it on me. I was wearing Birkenstock. It's Birkin boys.
Birkin boys.
Yo, Mike had Birkenstocks for the podcast. Changed his shoes. Why is that?
Bro, I don't want people to know about my Birkin fetish.
You just got on camera. Ain't nobody looking at your fucking feet, yo.
Hold on. Yeah, now he's still got the fucking Birks.
Then why you
Birkin
change
boys
though,
in the
bruh?
building.
Why you change?
Birkin boys. Yo, we're Birkin boys. You had some trash on your feet. You gotta
You
own
got
up
some
to that.
trash on your feet.
Stop
Son,
it.
it's so much brotherly love going on over here that Mark
Yeah,
wears
it's a lot of brotherly love. Y'all
he
sucking
wears
each other's
my
dicks.
Birkenstocks.
Nah.
That's gay as fuck. That's gay as fuck.
bro.
Nah,
Hey,
we share, bro. That's what
That's
we do.
disgusting.
Son.
Y'all all got Schultz's athlete's foot then.
Son,
Maybe y'all do have my athlete's foot. I only get it on my left foot.
Get ready, fellas. That
son,
shit is
it's
coming.
stocks before cocks, man.
I don't think that makes sense.
Yes,
I think that means
it's stocks
I
before
think that-
cocks, man.
It's
Yeah.
stocks before cocks,
cocks.
bro.
Get out of here,
None
bro.
of your bullshit.
Yo,
that
no,
means
none
you
of
suck
it.
cocks, but your
Nah.
only thing you'll put above them is
No,
Birkenstocks.
it's
Exactly.
stocks before cocks, bro. You're not part of it. You don't got it.
I'm good.
No, I know you good. With your warm ass feet and them fucking mittens all day. You want two oven mittens. You got some muffins.
Son,
you gotta take out the
son,
oven.
I cannot believe
you got some
I put up
muffins.
with-
Are we fucking? Is it gonna happen? Spinning
I'm not getting spun. I'm not getting spun. I'm not getting spun with your fucking Air Epsteins. Get out of here. Yo, I'm not doing it again.
Bro, come on, dog. Come on, dog. You need to stop. You need to respect yourself. You disrespected yourself.
You
yesterday.
disrespected yourself with
Yeah.
your fucking outfit.
No. You, real talk, I saw the outfit yesterday and I thought you disrespected yourself.
Did you see how you were dressed?
I saw how I was dressed and I looked
And they
at
didn't
you.
say nothing. Why didn't y'all say nothing? Y'all let him walk
Because I
around
dress
like that?
crazy all the time.
Yeah,
that's part of me.
that's common.
I dress crazy. You dressing like you should be on some Korean bitch's keychain.
I don't get it. But I
That's
think
what you
it was
look
good.
like. Listen, at the end of the day, you got what was coming to you.
Hey, you
That
get what's
was
coming
karma.
to you too.
That
hey,
was
you
karma.
get what's coming to you, you Glenn Maxwell associate motherfucker.
Why am I
Because you
associated?
wearing the Air Pedos.
How you gonna put
You-
pedophilia on me, bro? You are grasping at straws,
Nah,
bro.
you went over the top, bro.
That's what you do. We go over the top, bro.
Yeah.
That's wild.
We
though.
go
Why you
over
tell-
the top.
They try to silence me with Glenn Maxwell. They
Hey,
taking down my Instagram,
That's what you would have
taking
them
down my
think.
Facebook.
That's what you would have them think.
He's going over the top right
Yo,
now.
That's
he's
what you
really
would have
going
them
over the
think.
top.
Yo, the tides are turning. It feels good.
You're really going over the top. No,
Hey,
fuck
we
you.
in the southern hemisphere. The spin is getting worse. The spin is getting worse.
Yo, it's a first down.
No, seriously. You need to stop. You need to take accountability for yourself. 'Cause
yo.
it's never going to change. It's never going to change.
Oh, it's changing.
It's never going to change.
It's changing. A
Unless
change
you
gonna
take
come.
accountability for yourself.
change gonna
How are you
come.
going to be better in the future?
I'm gonna wear them again.
No, you're not.
I'm gonna wear them again.
How much you want to bet you're not?
I'll bet whatever you want to bet.
How
I'll wear
much
'em
you want to
again.
bet you're not going to wear them again?
Bet $1,000. I'll wear them again.
I think you would wear
Yes.
them again.
$1,000.
I realized halfway through that bet that it was really easy to win that bet. I didn't think about the way that I put that bet together. That being said,
I took a pause because I was like, wait a minute, just bet a bunch of money.
Yeah.
You really win very easily here.
All right. Some
All right,
order
all
here.
right, all
All right, some order. Look, we got more things to talk about, okay? I don't know where the fuck we were. What were we talking about before we got into this shit?
We're gonna
KFC making fake chicken
nah,
nuggets?
the Drea situation and abuse in relationships, and then
Then we went off on that.
Yeah, then we
and
went.
you know what? We can't go back. At this point in time, sometimes you go so far, you can't go back. You know what I mean? I hope Drea finds the man that will shoot her.
The point
You know
is,
what I mean? The man of her dreams. You know what I'm saying? What
and
is
I
the
do
point?
hate that she tucked her feet away on that couch. I wanted to see who she was working with. That
You
really-
know what she was
that's the
working
thing
because
about-
we saw her feet.
Did you?
She got second toe longer. I made the joke about it
Oh.
when we were on the
I
Hollywood
remember.
Squares. She has fucked up feet.
That's why she hit him.
She hit him.
That's why she hoping she gets shot in her feet so she gets some reconstructive surgery on that long ass toe.
That's the jealousy.
They're hoping it just takes the tip off.
I would be so fine with that. Anyway, all right, let's switch it up. Next topic. What do we got? There's other things.
Who's gonna try the first KFC 3D printed chicken?
I will.
Yo, how you 3D print, bro?
I don't understand
it.
3D printing, but everything is gonna be 3D printed. And
You know what's crazy? We have a 3D printer right next to us in this building.
Yeah.
And like they've 3D printed shit for us. Like
That-
they 3D printed the Brilliant Idiot sign. They 3D printed the sign on the door. I still don't understand how it works.
What do you mean?
Like, how does it work?
How can it print food?
How can it print food?
Oh, that part I don't know. It's like
So shut
protein.
the fuck up. No. How does it do it?
The food thing is like protein synthesis. I don't know how that shit works. I've read
So
an article on
they
it. So.
make the food into a paste, and then that paste.
Oh yeah, well that's like the rudimentary way. So like at my apartment, my roommate has a.
rudimentary.
Wow, son.
Talk sexy to me, boy.
Was he talking to me
I
in
know.
that way?
It kind of.
What happened there?
That kind of
'Cause
sounded
it
like a
felt
diss.
like-
He's like, yeah, that's just how you
No,
know,
that's
lower people
like-
think about it. Like you lesser thans.
That's
But,
not
like,
really-
I'll explain it to
That's
you.
not really printed
Yo,
food.
son, you were disrespectful or not? The word rude was in that big ass word that you said, and that's when I fucking tapped out. I didn't know what happened after that.
He
What
did.
happened?
I was just caught up in the romance of how he spoke, but in
That's
reality,
the rudimentary.
yeah, I'm a little rudimentary my damn self.
I'm
but
saying
he
that-
was saying your
yeah.
way is like
What's
dumb
rudimentary?
as fuck. Like,
That's K through 6.
he called you
Yeah.
a basic bitch.
Yo,
Yes,
hold up.
that's what he did.
You
He-
tried to K through 6 me?
Son,
He tried to kindergarten through 6
Yo.
me.
Son, Mark, how you gonna do that, son?
Yo.
Bros, bro.
Watch how you speak to your boys. Man. Don't start no more sentences with rudimentary. Say beginning.
Okay.
All right, go.
All right, so that's like the elementary version of it.
Oh shit! Oh,
Mark!
shit, son.
I'm saying.
Mark!
Son, he looked for a water bottle to throw
Son,
at you.
I look and there was
Mark wasn't
only
here
the
for the
glass. I was
water.
worried I was going to hit the cameras. It's too
Son.
expensive.
Mark wasn't here for the water bottle episode.
Which
he
one?
threw the water bottle. When he threw the
Threw a
water
water
bottle. at
bottle?
you.
Oh, yeah, but that's been mad episodes when you were throwing shit at me. You threw like hand sanitizer at me once, remember?
Oh yeah.
But the water bottle one was wild.
Can we all get Nerf guns?
Say again?
If we all get Nerf guns, we all have like 3 bullets an episode.
Oh, and then use it whenever?
That's a spin
It's
cycle
always
move.
these fucking Reddit motherfuckers that want to shoot things up. You know what I mean? Okay, go back to this rudimentary shit that you said because you were about to explain some shit.
No, it was like
Fuck this guy think he is using big words around me like that, yo.
That word in particular.
Rudimentary.
In that context.
What does it mean? Watch, there's some
He
way
called you
simpler
a
way to
basic
say
bitch.
it.
Real talk.
Why was it directed at me? It felt. It seemed like you were explaining it, but it was directed at me.
Because you had an explanation, and then he was like, "Yo, that shit is mad stupid." The way you're looking at it.
No, it
Oh,
wasn't.
I said some shit, and you
Yeah.
described what I said as rudimentary.
Yes.
I didn't even know what I was saying. How you gonna say the shit that I didn't even know
It was
is
a little
rudimentary?
insulting. Admit it, and you look at it, you pull out of it, it's like, oh, that's insulting.
I wasn't talking about what you were saying. I was talking about that.
But you see how it
version
could
of
be
3D
perceived
printing.
that
Yo,
way.
yo.
I'm not going Kobe Bryant with it. Like I don't see how he could have thought that it was rude.
Wait, what is it
Kobe
Kobe Bryant?
Bryant's rape apology.
Oh, I thought
Why
you
is
like,
that be perceived
I thought
that
you
way?
like creating a disaster by like flying right into the mountain. I thought that's what you're saying, bro. Wait.
Come on, son.
I'm being dead serious.
Yeah, he's being sincere.
No,
That's
I
what
know,
he thought
I know,
Mark
but
meant.
still.
No, you said you were saying that. Oh,
Son, I do not know what's going on right now, but it feels as if you are going to be put in the spin cycle very soon. Very fucking soon, Mark. Very fucking soon. It feels like
He's loading up the laundry room.
literally.
He got the pot in the machine.
Literally.
go gentle, okay? Go gentle. Go gentle.
Explain to me. You're going to get one
The
explanation.
temperature is hot.
No, whites only. Whites only.
How did this happen?
That's why you keep breaking these shits, man. Relax.
Frustrating the fucking shit out of
Fred
me, bro.
Durst over here. All right, so look, you were saying, okay, how do you 3D print food? Is it like they just make it a
Talking down
paste?
to you, yo. He talking down to you like a motherfucker. I don't know how, but I felt that dead ass. I swear. I was like, yo, he's talking down to this dude, man, hard right now.
Bruh, Mark, and we broke the goddamn shit again. Okay, Mark, explain to me Take us from fucking step one.
Okay.
I'm losing my goddamn marbles here.
He just asked you to make it rudimentary. He dread himself.
Yeah. So you were
What I
saying,
do?
You dread yourself. You like the abuse. You'll start at step one. Make
Rudimentary
it
is
rudimentary
abuse? Yo. Hold the fucking phone, Mark. Hold the fucking phone. You getting physical, bro? Mark. Mark, take off the Birkenstocks. You're not in the Birkin Boys no more, bro. Mark, take off the Birkenstocks,
you
bro.
get?
Mark, you're not in the Birkin Boys no more.
Come on,
Mark,
dog.
take off the goddamn size 9.25 or whatever the fuck you
Nah,
are.
that's a solid 11.
That's
Chill,
a solid
chill out.
11?
Just solid 11. Solid.
All right,
Not
go.
so bad.
Go.
so you were saying
Yes.
that thing before?
Yeah, that's better.
There we go.
That's much better, Mark.
Watch your mouth.
Yeah, you better watch your mouth.
Drew can't hear us right now. So how
Yeah.
do I say this in a more positive, uplifting way, you think?
So you stupid bitch. This is the way it's supposed to go. That's how talk to him like that, like a man. Then he'll respect you.
I think that's going to be low
Just for
enough to-
everybody's listening at home, I can hear everything they're saying in their little sketch, in their little comedy sketch.
That's going to be loading up the spin cycle. Look, you were saying that if you do paste with a 3D printer, is that making food? I was like, oh no, that's just like the first way that they did it. It was the rudimentary version of 3D printing food.
And why you have to use the word twice, though?
Because I was explaining why I
you have to
used
say
the
it
word.
again,
You know, it's
yo?
funny because like I thought I asked for 93, and you keep filling the car up with the 87.
The rudimentary.
You know what I'm saying? I asked for 93 from you, but you keep putting in the 87. So try it again
Okay.
and put the motherfucking super on it.
I'll be honest with you, I don't know what you're asking of me to do right now.
Just don't use the word rudimentary, yo. You were doing so well.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
All right. I was explaining why I used the word before. So
So
look,
they did it. That was the first way that
You
they
so
did it.
smart. Find a cinnamon for rudimentary. Son, if you such a genius, why don't you just find some cinnamon for?
Just get Akaash shoe with no frosting.
Come on, literally, you can't find a single Akaash Timberland without frosting.
I'm saying it should be very rudimentary for you.
Real talk.
all right. So when they first did the 3D printing, like they like for the chocolate 3D printing, they just put melted chocolate in a thing, it moves around and it builds.
That's
like,
what I said,
It
Mark.
builds the item.
That's what the fuck I said.
But that's
then-
not printing food. That's just making food into a different form.
That's it.
And now what are they doing?
That's the same shit as the thing that's twisted at the top and you squeeze.
Yes.
Like the bakers do.
What is
So
that?
3D printing the whole time, it's just bacon?
nah, but it's getting
Yeah.
more advanced is what he's trying to
Okay,
say.
That's my point.
go.
And-
Now instead of chocolate, they put chicken.
Now how are they doing that?
But
They
now-
take a chicken,
yeah.
they put it inside the thing, and
you're
twist
doing
the
a
top,
TikTok
they
there.
squeeze the chicken.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
But that's not really 3D printing food. That's just making food.
So
into
what
a
do they
different
do
form.
now?
Yeah, what do they do now?
So now
You
they're
dumb
actually-
fucking retard.
So now they're actually doing like protein synthesis where they're growing food quickly in order to like make new food out of nothing.
How are they growing the food?
That part I don't fucking know.
That's what blows my mind. And they are doing this. There's-
Mark B describing the easiest part of the shit that's really hard to
I was
understand.
making the
and then
clarification.
just saying the words of the hard part none of us know.
Yeah.
So it'd be like, how do they make the other food? He goes, so basically they put it in the machine and then protein synthesis and then
They make
do
an
the food.
artificial uterus and then they grow a chicken inside of it, but it's just the breast.
what the fuck just happened?
In the way that like they multiply like the
He's
chicken
in a
breast
spit
proteins
cycle.
into
He
other
is-
shit.
Yo,
His back is against the wall right now,
Mark, just
so-
stop, bro. Just stop. This is how they do it.
Make it
Akash.
rudimentary.
Let me make it rudimentary. You know
Sounds
how they
nice
can,
when he says it.
You know how they can use stem cells to recreate parts of the body?
Mm-hmm.
Like, for example, you had your ear ripped off or something like that. They can recreate an ear.
Right.
And then they can sew that shit back on your head.
Yeah.
They're doing that with chicken cutlets.
Mm.
Boom. They do it with chicken cutlets. Then they turn those chicken cutlets into paste. Then they turn them into chicken nuggets.
I was with you for the first half.
I was with me for about a quarter of it.
Right up until the first chicken cutlets, I was like, I
I just
get
don't
it.
understand how it's any different than what I described in the first place. I don't give a fuck how they get the protein into the machine.
Nah, so
They
the
still
other-
got to squeeze it.
The only difference is that, so what I'm reading here, just reading, The Russian firm is developing an additive printing technique to recreate the taste and texture of natural chicken while keeping animal involvement to a minimum.
So it's going to be vegan?
It won't be vegan because it'll have minimal animal in it, but it will have a little bit of animal. So it's like,
And I honestly think they might get to the point where there's no animal.
yeah, like they're eventually going to make the Impossible Chicken version.
And
They
it's
just
going to
haven't got
taste
there
like,
yet.
it's going to be actual chicken.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
They
legit
are-
chicken.
I saw a Vice thing years ago where they like made a hamburger patty from nothing, essentially. Like there was no cow involvement. I mean, there was maybe minimal, like the stem cell shit you were talking about. But like that's what it's going to be. You can be a vegetarian soon
Son.
and eat any food you want. Doesn't matter.
Impossible meat is, I would say, in some cases better than beef, like ground beef.
I wouldn't know, but I'll take your word for it.
It's
You never tried it?
I had an Impossible Whopper. It was mad eye. I don't know what a regular Whopper tastes like though.
mad eye.
Yeah, it sounds par for the course.
Yeah.
But the reason that that's significant is because then you're not going to kill any animals, but you're still going to be able to eat chicken.
Careful. Just be very careful.
Yo, I'm gonna be honest.
but you like
as
how-
soon as he
you
said
like-
par for the course, I was like, it's happening.
No. But
He said I thought he said parfait.
no. But the best part is when he pointed at me and said the reason why that is significant. So like when I said it, it was significant. When you said it,
It's
it was
rudimentary. You.
Ooh,
Isn't it interesting how that works?
it's
Isn't it interesting how that works?
interesting?
Isn't it interesting how that works, bro? I thought we were a team, and this guy goes over the top. One time you switch your allegiances.
He knows what's up. You know what I mean? He knows what's up.
You afraid of him, bro?
He know where Akaash could take it.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
What are you afraid of?
Bro, he's going to share it. He's going to say it.
I'm a wild boy.
I'm afraid he's going to say it.
I'm a wild boy. That's a gift right there. I'm a wild boy. All right, man. We got to wrap this up, bro.
Oh, man.
Listen,
This match, we didn't even touch Kanye.
look, we did touch about Kanye.
We did.
We did. Oh, also, I want to touch real quick, by the way, everybody, patrons, they took down the Facebook video of the Maxwell Ghislaine, of the Epstein shit. Now they took down Instagram of the Epstein shit. No notification. Usually when they take down a video, you get sent this notification. Akash, you've had that in the past,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
They go, it violated this, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And you can't even open Instagram without acknowledging,
Oh, yeah. You have to accept it or, try to, what is it called? When dispute
Appeal
it?
it.
dispute it.
dispute.
This, nothing. Vanished.
Wow.
Like it was never posted in the first place.
That's crazy.
Obviously, Facebook owns Instagram, but we reached out to Facebook for comment. They hollered back at us. We're like, oh, yeah, just send us the link to what it was and we'll look into it. We continue to reach out. Ghost. Don't even acknowledge.
That's crazy.
We had, what's it called? The Federalist reached out to us for a story,
Yeah.
right? They did a story on it. They reached out to Facebook. Nothing.
Wow.
No response. Nothing. Ghost. Very spooky. Very spooky. See what's going on here. To see a massive social media platform, the biggest one in the entire world, protecting an alleged pedophile and one who was direct business partners with a convicted pedophile. Very spooky. Very spooky.
Guys, if anything happens to us, we did not commit suicide.
We don't commit suicide over here. We do not believe in that shit. Okay? That being said,
You laughing? That's
we don't
real.
do it.
You gotta
Why
say
you
it on a-
laughing?
Maybe
What?
Zuckerberg was
laughing?
surfing for them little boys on that island.
Yo,
Oh, yeah, that's the other thing. He's trying to buy an island.
trying to buy an island. He don't want that little St. James.
That's what he was surfing for. That's what he was surfing on his island or whatever.
I'm saying, all I'm saying is this: we got some bars for them coming up. That's all I gotta say. We could run away from these things, but that's not in our nature, is it? No. We don't run away from these things.
You're not runners.
We're not runners, bro. We like to sit, chill. We like to put them in a spin cycle, and I think that the parties that be are gonna be stuck in that spin cycle. I think we're gonna have some fun.
Oh shit.
Anyway, we'll see you guys this weekend. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We gotta do some Patreon questions. Let's go.
Tunji Taylor Lewis, which NBA players would you say are the absolute dumbest?
Which what?
NBA players would you say are the absolute dumbest?
Man, that's tough, bro. You know,
You know some people. So if you don't mind, who's a person they say like this guy's just dumb? Have you heard that about anybody?
yes, and I'm just blanking right now, but yes. Just like, oh, I don't know how smart, or we could talk about game IQ.
Okay.
Like
yeah.
J.R. Smith's game IQ
I
is
mean,
absolutely,
unbelievable.
like unbelievably. It's
I mean,
horrible.
I think LeBron, that Cleveland wins that game if he just fucking puts the ball back in the rim as opposed to dribbling out like a fucking idiot.
I'm sorry, I just saw breaking news. Federal judge begins the process of unsealing documents in the defamation case of Ghislaine Maxwell. Some names of non-parties will be redacted. What does that mean?
What does non-parties mean? Mark, make it rudimentary for us. You fuck.
I don't know. I'm assuming that means like people not involved in the case.
So basically everyone.
Yeah, how are you in the file if you're not? Oh,
This is gonna suck, bro.
Why?
That means nothing's gonna come out.
So what I
if it
think
doesn't have to do with Epstein, Maxwell, or any.
if you're not directly involved in the case, whereas there's a bunch of people that we have links, like the Clinton was on the plane 30 times, whatever the fuck.
But there could be like circumstantial information, perhaps, that's not redacted. If just the names are redacted, then it gives more clues, so to speak.
Yeah, but
They could say
it gives
this governor
everybody-
from Arkansas, whose name is redacted, happens to be on this plane X amount of time.
and that same governor can also deny. Oh, they're not talking about me.
Exactly. Oh, it must have been a different governor.
Fuck, bro.
But if we know, look, at least we're going to get some information. Like, it's amazing that we're going to get any information at all. Obviously, they're going to handpick. We got an interesting theory about what it is. We're going to drop it on the piece this weekend, but I think there could be something. I think there could be something to this theory. Matter of fact, it's Patreon. I'll fucking share with y'all.
Yeah.
So you know how Trump totally cucked out and just said he wishes her well?
Yeah.
Fucking
Super cucked out, right? That's him terrified, shaking in his fucking boots.
Right.
Because he's worried, we assume, he's worried that he's going to be named. Because they got some dirt.
Yeah.
Might be girls, young girls, who knows?
You think maybe that was a thinly veiled death threat to her?
I don't. I think it was, how do I stop myself from getting killed? Or how do I stop myself from being indicted in this shit? The tricky thing about this is all parties are involved, assuming left and right, Democrats and liberals.
Yes.
Everybody mutually assured destruction.
Yes.
I think this presidential race is a battle for who gets to make the deal with Ghislaine. Remember, her trial's not for a year. You can't,
Ooh.
right? So you can't make the deal with her pre-election because you have to free her in the deal. You have to exonerate her in the deal. She's going to give up the names, and whoever wins the election gets to decide whose names
Which
she gives
names?
up.
Yeah.
So if Trump loses, Trump could very well be indicted, arrested, and go to fucking prison. So that motherfucker is fighting for his life right now. That's why he got the mask on. That's why he's like everybody together. That's why he's fucking shook in every interview.
Yep.
There's no more ballsy Trump. He's pussy right now.
Puss.
Scared. Because he knows that they could come. Now, he got to win because if he wins, he could be like, oh, you know who was there? Clinton was involved and blah, blah, blah. He don't even have to say it. Ghislaine will. And then he's got to cut the deal, but he don't care about cutting the deal because he gets 4 more years anyway. So yeah, he cut the deal with the pedophile, but at the same time, they arrested all these other people, so maybe it was worth cutting that deal. He can justify it, and he don't have to worry about re-election. If he cuts a deal pre-election, all the Democrats have to harp on is, this guy let a pedophile go free, this guy let blah, blah, blah. That's what I think it could be. Who knows? Now we're in conspiracy land, but who knows?
Just one thing, isn't it a New York state case? I don't think it's a federal-
State District of New York, yeah.
Yeah, so it's not a federal case. Why would he have any involvement in terms of what names? Like, he can't make a deal with her. It's the New York
I think
DA's office that would.
I think you're 100% right. If everything went completely by the books, 100% right. I also think it's possible that Barr and Trump could talk to whoever the DA is and be like, yo, there's going to be a deal. Certain names are obviously redacted, so they got names, taken out.
And you can essentially you'll have to sacrifice a few of your own, but you can destroy the other party if you win. Not just the president. Biden, if he wins, he could just name so many Republicans and then throw a few Democrats in there just so it doesn't seem super biased. If Trump wins, destroy the Democrats, throw 1 or 2 sacrificial Republican lambs in there.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Anyway. All right.
Any more questions? Or
Yeah, let's do another question, and then we got to get out of here, though.
Russell Simmons, who gives Kim K the dick next after she divorces Kanye? Who do you think Kim ends up with after Kanye?
That's a great question. I think she's going tech.
You think tech?
I think she's going tech. I think she's gonna probably hook up with one of these like tech entrepreneur dudes. I think that's just easier. It's calmer. It's like she don't gotta deal with the lifestyle. She don't gotta deal with all the traveling. She don't gotta deal with all that nonsense.
But
It's
the
like,
tech guy's probably gonna be white.
yeah, but she
go
got
that
her
way.
black kids.
Nah, she likes black men. Like
My girl asked a question.
it's
She
not
said, "Do you think
just for procreation?
do you think they've all had like procreated with black dudes because they knew the babies would be prettier?"
They're that shallow.
I mean, yeah.
Well,
they're that
except the
shallow.
Chloe one.
Chloe,
or
Courtney.
Courtney.
But she seems to want the least to do with it. She left, right? She's like
but
off the show.
that's why I think they're just into black dudes. Like, you know how you just grow up around a certain thing and then that kind of dictates what you like.
They didn't grow up around a bunch of black people. They had
No,
OJ
but I mean,
and that's
like
it.
they listen to hip hop music. They
Grew up within the culture
Yeah.
and what was like popular and maybe valued. But I hear what you're saying. I think that's interesting. They could be so shallow that they actually are trying to like do God's version of plastic surgery.
Yeah,
know?
And but either way, I think it's a black dude, and I think Drake is gonna try super hard. And if you're Kim, that's a great move. Like, think of the fucking ratings.
Yeah,
You need somebody famous
Drake
enough.
already beat that.
I'm sure, but
he
publicly,
alludes to it. I think he would just try to fuck publicly and then leave her because she has 4 kids and gonna have Kanye a part of her life forever. Who wants to really deal with that?
Yeah, it's a headache.
he'll
bro.
definitely have some pictures with her. He's gonna do that.
Oh yeah, Drake.
You're gonna figure something out. Anyway, guys, we love y'all, man. We appreciate y'all. We'll see you Tuesday. Thank you guys for spreading the word, making this shit just incredible. I mean, the regular episodes have been insane, touching that 500,000 an episode mark. That's just nuts.
Yeah.
And the Patreon is just fucking exploding. So this is amazing. I hope you guys feel it and feel the wave that you've made grow. And just I don't know. Someone always told me this. I forget who. They were like, just enjoy the moment of it. Enjoy the ride. I think it was my mom actually. She's like, enjoy the moment, enjoy the rise, like reflect on the rise. And it is important. Like a lot of you guys probably been here from the jump, from the beginning. So it's probably cool that you
helped make this happen.
Yeah, I made it happen, but also you meet somebody at work and you mention a podcast. They're like, oh yeah, I fucks with that podcast. Like that's starting to happen more and more.
Yeah.
That like just organically people know about it. So
You seen the tweet that was like somebody was listening to it at a gas station with his windows down, and then somebody drove by and threw up the asshole.
let's go.
Yeah.
That's just fire. Anyway, man, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We'll see you soon. Peace.